Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night, River City, or Vampire 5th Edition actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me tonight is Eric playing Kyle, Jeremy playing Egidio, and Sarah playing Emma. And who remembers what happened last time?
All sorts of fun and shenanigans.
We confirmed those hunters now, right? Or are we still on the fence? Egidio found those guys last session, right?
Yeah, we found the guys in the van, and we tried to follow we let Woodard know, and tried to get someone to follow them. We didn't officially have them come out or hear them come out and say, "Yo, hi, we're hunters. Do you want to go to the Hunter Club meeting tonight back at Hunter Bay?" You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we have strong suspicions.
But Egidio did hear them complaining about, or one of them complaining about not killing that thing when it walked past us. Let's see. You discovered Kyle's manager, the manager for Kyle's bar, had been absconded with.
Kidnapped.
That he'd also been keeping very thorough notes.
Well, thorough they were. He was just kind of noting dates and times when weird stuff would happen.
Fairly
Freaky
thorough.
stuff happens in nowhere.
I mean, let's be honest. All of a sudden, a bunch of weird stuff was happening around where he worked.
Yeah.
Police were showing up, suicide bombers. He's just wondering if the bosses, gotten into something.
As the bosses want to do.
Yeah.
And I think we ended with getting a -3 text and
Correct.
going over to the mall, and it was 3 decapitated bodies. And that's where we smacked cut to the to be continued.
Just prior to that, one of the workers had found Zeke's tablet at work, and you were able to ping his phone.
And Zeke's girlfriend dropped by.
Correct.
Yes.
And investigated Zeke's house. And there was a camera there.
Hi, Dupa.
Yes.
Hi, Rappy. Hi, Duba.
See, that reminds me to pull the PDF up.
Let us take just one moment and get them on board.
If you gave it like another 5-10 minutes, they would have been here.
Yep.
It's all good.
Very good.
And by give, he means, if I had been running that many more minutes behind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just glad what happened earlier didn't escalate to past what it did.
Oh.
I go
Like
to
a
the
post-session
Circle
work
K.
story.
No, it's not dealing with work.
Oh.
Me and Rap stopped by the Circle K. That's not far from our apartment. I go in to grab some sodas. Granted, some shady characters, sitting a space or two down.
Okay.
Didn't pay them no mind, or at least I tried not to. It's best not to, bring attention to yourself. I go in, grab me, wrap some sodas. I'm coming around the counter. There's a person in the floor. There's about 4 to 5 cops and 2 medics. And I'm thinking, the crap did I just walk around to? I heard no commotion, nothing.
Wow.
Eerily similar to what we ended session on.
Well, not
I really hope not that similar.
Just very similar. Not decapitated heads similar. Hopefully.
No.
Similar vibe.
Yeah, that's the one.
Gentleman still had his head. Now, whether or not he was sober or suffering wounds, didn't look at him, wasn't trying to get much more involved than just, hey, here's my card, here's these 6 sodas. I'm paying for them. Can I go now?
Correct way to do that. Well done.
Would like to be on my merry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just walked through this door. I have no idea what just happened. I just want my drink so I can go. Because I was halfway tempted, like, if it's too escalated to where, for a pedestrian to be or a civilian to be involved, just say it and I'll just leave these here and walk out. Y'all can deal with it later.
Mm.
I am too tired and not paid enough to put up with this kind of bullshit.
Yep.
But anyway.
One more minor adjustment. I think we'll be good to go.
All the adjustments.
Hopefully it's not like a Microsoft Word adjustment.
Oh no.
Just gonna move this like a 1/8 of an inch to the left, and now I've just made a black hole.
Silly question.
All right.
How
Yes.
much XP did we earn while we were out? 2, 3, 5.
25.
I don't know offhand.
Remind me
Do
at
you
end of
recall
session.
how
We'll
many
figure
you
it
were
out.
gone? Yeah.
All right. So
We can take. Yep.
wrap up for the last session. Just to catch you two up. The bar manager Zeke was kidnapped. They spent some time investigating that, checking out his house. It had obviously been broken into. There were cameras in place, watching the back door. Someone tried to plant a camera in an Apple AirTag. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
On Kyle's truck while it was parked there. Let's see. One of the workers found his tablet the next day. They were able to ping his phone on that. It appears to be at the closed down, abandoned lumber yard that's a little bit north of y'all's territory. And then the session ended with y'all getting a message from Ada. There was a -3 in the mall. And the bottom row here arrived at the mall, and 3 of Woodard's people decapitated.
Oh,
Was it-
lovely.
Was it all 3 of us or just Egidio and Emma?
Oh.
I can't remember if Kyle was back or not.
I think that was the next day, and it was like one of the first things y'all got. First messages y'all got when y'all woke up.
Okay. Also the van with the potential hunters. We're
Oh,
pretty sure
right,
there was
right.
hunters.
Somebody was watching them all. Sounded like hunters. They told Woodard. And then the van drove
Looks like
off almost as soon as Woodard got some other people on the roof to look at them.
Looks like a duck. Tucks like a duck.
It's actually an alligator.
Yep.
Maybe it was just 2 potheads and the guy was playing a video game and complaining about not killing something. You don't know.
I will. As we see this and we see this crowd, Egidio will just like go into work mode and just be like, "All right, out of the way, out of the way." Already has like gloves on. Doesn't need them because doesn't produce germs, but it's getting into uniform.
It's all about when you get in the mindset.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lab coat he has on for some reason now.
It just appears.
And yeah, he will look down and kind of look. He's looking at the cut. He's looking at where they're decapitated. He's looking for signs of a struggle, if it's clean, all that kind of stuff.
Give me a roll for your forensics, whatever that all falls under.
Intelligence and medicine?
I believe so. And do you have a forensics specialty?
I do. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you go and you roll one of them over. In the chest area, this one was laying kind of face down. In the chest area, he's all shot up, like somebody laid into him pretty good. Uh, and it looks like they used a hacksaw.
Does it look like it's after the fact? Like they took them down and then cut their head off?
With this first guy, absolutely.
Mhm.
Now, actually, the first two are like that. The other one looks like it was one blow.
Like a katana? Like just
Or a machete,
anime
or a
shit?
kukri, or something. Some kind of blade capable of doing that.
I guess I more mean the anime should have just like shoot. Not necessarily that it's a katana.
But yeah, it kind of, it looked like it was one blow coming, at a slight angle. It's not like a clean
Sure.
level of the ground cut, but
I think Egidio looks at these guys and goes, "This one, hacksawed." He's like has the head. He'll like pull up the lips. Are they kindred?
oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
As soon as y'all arrive, I think
Oh.
Ada or Woodard one had identified them as there's some of Woodard's people.
Okay.
They're decapitated. Did we still have the heads? They're like with them?
Yeah, they don't turn into ash immediately unless they're really
No.
old.
They're decapitated. Do we have the heads?
Yeah,
with
they're
the
rolling
bodies?
around somewhere.
Okay.
Egidio would have immediately found one of the heads, just kind of went like that and just confirmed that they're trust but verify.
Yeah. They're all kindred, and they are obviously. If these were human bodies, you would suspect they were several days old.
Okay, that's fair. So
knowing what you know
Egidio
about
shares
kindred,
thoughts. Probably earlier in the night.
Yeah, to know they had to be killed either early, probably early this morning or up during the day, they're probably fairly young kindred.
Younger kindred. He's like pulls out of a notepad and just like younger kindred. These two were hacksawed. But that was after the fact. They were shot first. He's muttering to himself, kind of hoping Woodard or someone is nearby to overhear him as he's like making his notes.
Ada nods. I noticed the wounds
Eight.
were a little jagged on them.
This one, however, was just clean. One cut of some sort of hued weapon.
Did you find them here or transport them here?
They were found here.
Just
Inside
right
the
here.
mall.
Yes. What it's like. They're some of our newest additions. They hadn't found them a haven of their own yet. They were staying here in the mall.
They knew they were kindred somehow, or at least that they were cavorting with us, which probably isn't any better for them in their eyes.
You've already looked at security footage, I'm wagering? Or in the process of?
The system's in white.
Oh,
Recordings are gone. They took the hard drives out of the computers.
that feels like an inside job.
Not necessarily. We were really just relying on the basic mall system. I mean, it's lots of cameras wired into a computer. We didn't really see a need to do anything fancier.
Probably make friends with the NOS after this.
Woodard's lip kind of pulls back.
Either that or you lose your footage again.
Does the office or the bar point towards the mall with enough camera distance to have caught anything squirrely?
I don't think we said we had anything in the office, at least not on the exterior, unless I'm missing something.
She at least had some for the doors.
Yeah, there was something looking down.
Okay.
No, I want to say it was mostly looking down at right in front of y'all's door. Maybe in a chunk of the parking lot, maybe, but.
If nothing else, the bank next door might have some exterior cameras that we could get totally legal, non-sneaky access to, I'm sure.
Or someone can just go and lie to them and tell them they need the footage because it's a police investigation.
Woodard tells you she's got contacts that can probably handle that.
There you go.
So while
Yeah.
it's happening, Kyle's going to pull out his phone and he'll start scrolling through his own security camera footage, see if they picked up anything nearby.
Okay. Now, while this is going on, Walter and Iola also would have received this text from Ada. Walter, the explanation for you not being, or for Walter not being here the last little bit, you've been working with the other Nosses, increasing security, finishing weeding out the rats that had been sent in to spy.
Filthy rats.
Something else. What was the other thing?
I sent him the stuff from into his like little personal dead drop. The camera that I had and the AirTag.
Yes. That would have been just the night before, though. He would have had died.
I was gonna say whether or not he got to it is up to him.
So, before we go on with any more mystery, Walter and Iola need to give me a rouse check for waking up this evening.
Okay. Alright, don't get any hungrier. Woohoo.
Well, hey.
Neither do I.
Excellent. Now, when the two of you receive this text about the -3 at the mall, Walter, what do you do?
Given what's been currently going on, he would probably take a moment and see if he can pull up any footage from within the domain that might shed some light on any potential passerbys.
Okay. And Iola, what are you going to do? How are you going to respond to that?
We're gonna say premonition. Just going to force a premonition, see what she can find out or can see.
Okay.
So I do a rouse, right?
Yes.
I get hungry. Then I roll for it, right?
That is correct.
Two successes.
Okay. And premonition. Let's see. Okay, there's not a set difficulty. It's just the number of successes.
Mm-hmm.
I need to
Tells you
scale
how
how
much
good
you
you get, how good your prediction is.
You get an image, or I should say a vision. You're getting it like first person view.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is running through the mall. Ahead of them are two people dressed in all black. Headsets, faces you could tell that would be concealed if they were actually turned around facing you. All paramilitary kind of get up, heavily armed. You hear gunfire. You hear a little bit of suppressed gunfire in the distance, like loud enough that it echoes through the mall. You hear it. You probably you don't know if anybody outside would hear it. Up ahead of these running figures, somebody runs out, sees them, and they just lay into them. Guns blazing. And you see, when the figure goes down, you see one of them stops and actually, out of his pack, pulls out a saw. But then the person you're seeing this through and the other one keep going. They get into kind of the back area of the mall. Not in the main hallway. And the vision basically ends with one of them, the one that's still ahead of your viewpoint, getting tackled from the side, knocked to the ground, and you see the one you're seeing through running up on the person fighting him, and swinging at him with this. It's a fairly thick blade that comes up and then kind of crooks. It's got a weird bend in it.
It's got an Uruk high.
They're taking the Kindred to Isengard.
It's a kukri. I just don't know if Iola would know what a kukri is.
Yep.
And you don't see how the blow lands. That's kind of where it ends.
Okay.
But,
And where were they at? All at the mall?
yeah, you recognize the inside of the Decatur Mall.
Okay. But I mean, is that where everybody else is? Like,
For
the rest of the
Egidio.
coder. Yeah.
Ada sent out the messages. There was -3 at the mall.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was gonna head to the mall because you can't say that shit in text.
Oh, you can. Nobody would stop you.
No, you
Nobody
can't
at
say
all.
that shit in text.
Now, has Iola returned to her apartment or her house, or is she still using that safe
Probably
house?
still using the safe house. Especially now with 3 dead. She might actually have to look for a new haven.
Well, they never followed you back to your haven. You just caught somebody trying to follow you.
Trying to follow me, yes.
It might not have been these guys. It could have been Cam for all you know.
Oh yeah, totally. Could have been. But, Iola's not going to be like, oh no, it's not whoever's killing these people.
Alright, so you would get to the mall a little later than everybody else because the safe house is a little bit further away than your house.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get there, some of Woodard's people, some of Woodard's security people usher you in. So when you get there, Egidio was already standing up from the bodies and talking about what's going on.
Mhm.
Walter, give
And
me.
were they
Go
all
ahead.
put together, or were they still in separate areas where they died?
No, the bodies had been moved.
Well, Iola's going to walk to see, where it was when she
Okay.
gets there. When she notices that they're all together and not where they were killed.
When you walk to the
Iola
first
just walk
location,
off.
when you get to the first location, you see a couple of mortals, maybe ghouls. Basically, got one of the big industrial like carpet cleaners out.
Okay.
Trying to get this big blood stain taken care of.
Yeah.
When you travel to the last one you saw, when you get there, there's some wet floor signs up. Well, the back out of sight part is just concrete floor, so that cleans up pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
The carpet they're having to work on.
Yeah. Okay.
But security guys follow you around when you get these places. Offering to take you back to the office where everybody else is.
I'll be there in a bit.
Okay, man. And he still just sort of hangs around the area, whatever area.
Ooh, she's stealing.
Well, it is mall security's natural reaction. Either that or he was told to escort her there, and she's not wanting to go there, but she's kind of a bigwig, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Walter. You said you were poking through security to see what you could find.
Yes, sir.
All right. Give me. Let's see here. Would it be investigation or technology for the way you're doing it? All right, you can use your investigation or technology, whichever you want, and your wits.
Okay. Down, buddy. Okay. Yep. Have to go find that dice in a minute. That is 3 successes.
Okay. You're looking around.
Oh god.
You're checking a few of the cameras in the domain that you have kind of permanent access to, whether you're really supposed to or not. And just a little bit before dawn, a cleaning van, or a van, got a cleaning service name on the side, pulls in the mall. And from the angle you see, it goes around the back of the mall.
Mm.
And that's really all you've got on it. And then a little while after the sun has come up, maybe 30 minutes after the sun's up, it leaves.
He would probably take the time to go frame by frame, mainly just to see if he can get a detailed enough name on the side of the van, and if he can, he would jot it down.
Okay. You
Just
get
kinda-
you get the name of the cleaning service on the side.
Okay. And he just kind of cross-check when the van comes back to make sure it's the same one, with
It
at
is.
least with the same name. Okay.
White panel van with like a square sticker or whatever it is they do, however it is they do it.
I think a lot of times it's basically a big old magnet these days, depending on the size of it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely the same vehicle.
Alrighty. After that, he probably take the time to, cloak and head towards the mall. Catch up with everybody.
Okay. All right, Iola. After you find the second decapitation site, where are you going? Is there somewhere else in the mall you wanted to go?
No, because if the last two got decapitated at the same area, and that was them, then she'll head back.
Mhm.
Okay. Your security detail guy seems to be relieved. Walter, when you get there, the door's locked. You rattle the door. Someone steps out and looks kind of suspiciously out the window or out the glass of the door.
Doesn't say anybody.
Doesn't see anybody.
He would take the time to message Aiden like, is there any way I can get someone to open the door for me?
Which she asks which door you're at, and then gets the guy to open the door. He like holds the door open. And is like, Baron Walter.
No. He can talk softly to not break obfuscate, but like, yes, it's me.
Oh yes, oh please come in, sir.
Thank you.
And then he goes and holds the second door open for you. I'm supposed to escort you back to the offices.
Thank you.
And then he marches on. Keeps glancing behind him. Like he wants to make sure he's following.
as one probably would.
So yes. So Egidio, you have finished your
Investigation.
your initial examination. You've had that little discussion with Woodard. And then security guys bring in Iola and Walter. So the band is all back together.
Oh. Evening. It just says to Iola and Walter.
Greetings.
Hello.
You trust everything is to your liking or okay?
So far.
Yeah.
I see it hasn't slowed down while I've been working.
No, it has not.
Rarely ever does.
Right. Right, where's Miss Ada? I have a question for her.
She
Pokes her head out.
well, she's gone over to like one wall where there's some seats there. She's sat down.
I mean, if he sees her, he'll wander over that direction.
Yes, Walter, what can I do for you?
Right, and he'll like bring out his little pads like and rattle off the names like, are they your primary cleaning company? By chance?
She just looks at you weird. And then looks over at Bullard. Who do we use to clean this place? Woodard comes over and looks at the, he's got a picture of it or something. Looks at it. No, that's not who we use. We have our own janitor crew.
Well, judging by some surveillance footage I was able to pull up, just a little bit before dawn, this van comes around, and then about 30 minutes after, it vacates. So,
Didio walks up. Is it? Does Walter manage to get a license plate number?
No, the cameras that saw it were not that good.
Okay.
he would have been very hopeful and glad if he could, but he's just content knowing at least he has some type of information to work with.
In fact, when you specifically look for that, you realize there are no lights on the tag like there should be.
Oh, interesting. How uncannily similar does this look to the van we saw the night before?
Well, they were both panel vans.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I gave. I think the one you saw the night before was black though. This one is white.
Okay.
Other than that, they could be the same model though.
I think Egidio looks at that and goes, looks similar to the model we inadvertently shoot off last night. Different color, but probably easy to get a bunch of these models for the group in charge.
Woodard nods. Yeah, it's a pretty standard looking panel van.
Mm.
I imagine there's tons of them running around the city.
Easy to hide.
Yes, unfortunately, with the way signs are done nowadays, it's just probably a big old magnet you can peel off and throw any fresh name, and no one will be the wiser.
A vinyl cutter, you're set.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 Kindred are dead, and more are sure to follow. So we should probably. He looks at his fellow barons. We should probably meet with others sooner rather than later.
Question, Jason. Did I see how many people were killing the vampires? Was it 2, 3?
What you saw, that you saw would have been 3 people.
Mhm.
You were kind of looking. It's like you were looking through one of them's eyes. But as they were running down, before they encountered the first one they encountered, you heard gunfire elsewhere in the mall.
Okay.
So in your vision, you saw 3, but there were clearly more somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. Or she'll tell the group her premonition that she had.
I think Judeo looks at you and goes, "Is it really a premonition if it happened? Like, anyway, semantics. Semantics doesn't matter.
It's post-cognition instead of precognition.
Yeah,
You're
that's
going to
it.
get technical.
Still
Oh, yeah.
neat to have.
I say it's still useful information regardless.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe the and I think Judeo looks almost too scientifically at Iola, and he looks at her and goes, "Can you describe the? I imagine what the decapitation occurred with hacksaws or some sort of, you know,
She'll
sawed
describe
implement."
what she saw.
Okay. Yeah, you saw somebody. You saw one of them pulling out a hack. Basically like a saw out of a pack.
Yeah, she'll describe what the saw that she saw.
Yeah. And then with that last one, she describes the kukri.
That doesn't sound like a weapon that is commonly used.
No, these weren't common murders.
Hacksaws were pretty mundane, but the other one, he likes. Ichigo kind of sketches out the weapon where it's like hook, like curved, the best he can. Shows it to. I think he shows it to Woodard and Ada. Like, anything with that? Weird shape for a bladed weapon.
It's a kukri.
I'm not surprised you know that.
I've used them in the past.
I believe they're originally from India.
Oh, well. I think you did the thing again, Eric.
I figured
and
that.
then
I figured the halfling is a foot over at Eric's.
Oh, fair enough. And I think the video looks at it and goes, still not too common. Anyway, we have a lot to pour over and not a lot of time. People are going to start dropping like flies, and we'd probably want to prevent that.
Woodard's not here. Yes,
very
yes.
hope.
clearly, you need to do something.
We all need to do something.
Well, yes, but you're in charge of the domain. So ultimately, domain
Correct.
security comes down to you.
Okay. All right. Let's go plot and plan then. Thank you, Woodard. It is unfortunate circumstances, but it is always a pleasure to come and look at them all.
Yeah, she just looks at you like she didn't know quite what to make of that.
Emma just kind of gives a nod of respect to both Woodard and Ada. We won't continue to take up any more of your time. Should you need anything, please reach out to us. Would you like us to send a bit more of the security force this way this evening? Or do you have it under control?
She has already made a call to get some mortal security in here during the day. Under the guise of telling there was some, vandalism or whatever.
You mean to vandalize something?
No,
On the way out?
they've taken care of it. Thank you.
Okay, just making sure.
Since the mall is
Food
now
running
perfectly
late.
closed
Push over a
during
vase.
the day, so
Emma,
no, she does not need a
shaking
Geo
her
to walk
head.
around catting things.
Thank you for your time. Let us know if you find out anything more. We will do the same.
Woodard tells you she will.
Yes, the halfling was afoot.
Figured. I think as we're walking out, like kind of as a group, Egidio will look to his fellow barons and go, "So, game plan?" You're the one that said you didn't want to sit idly by while we lost people. So what do we do now?
Well, I'm gonna grab all of my old gear, and my first priority is dealing with that mill.
The mill that you think what's his name set?
Hmm.
Do you trust us enough to have somebody with you who's probably quieter than you are? Might be beneficial for us to solve the issue together, if only because they probably the same people doing both sides.
Might as well keep you all with me.
You're not just saying that to play nice, are you?
Little column A, little column B.
Fair enough.
And I send specifically to Emma, I send the gift that's like, you see that? That's growth.
I can just leave.
We know.
Get your stuff. We'll. When and where? Is this place in Cam territory?
Not technically. It's if you go up the belt line, it's maybe a mile or so north of y'all.
I say, how not technically?
Well, it's Cam territory across the road. They've made. I mean, technically, they claim the entire city, of course, but there have been no attempts to defend that other side. Because puts them fairly close to you, fairly close to Clint's area.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second. Let me jump over to the roll to Venti.
Kind of like a little demilitarized zone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see what I'm seeing.
Oh no, he has a map.
Are you surprised?
Little column A, little column B.
A satellite map.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the lumber supply place I was talking about. Calling it a
Okay.
lumber mill was probably not exactly accurate.
Like a
Okay.
84 lumber or something.
Right. It's been shut down for a while. But like you can see, these areas over here they used to store tons and tons of wood. And it's a fairly large building with a fairly large parking lot.
With a nice little tree line back here.
And across the
I
road.
fancy that.
And some roofs over here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not wise to enter all at once. However, I think somebody or some buddies should be on camera duty.
Being on
Just
camera
'cause,
duty requires walking around looking for camera.
Uh-huh.
So those of you that are a bit more shadowy doing camera duty. If I try and do it, it's just going to be me traipsing around there like an idiot.
I mean, I'm perfectly content with doing so. Luckily, most electrical devices don't see me anyway. Look at the
Oh, neat.
draw. Look at the draw, I guess.
I just am
Does,
at the right angle.
obfuscation work on cameras?
He has the ability that does it.
Oh.
He has goes to
Yeah.
the
Goes
machine.
to the machine.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically a passive. As long as I'm invisible beforehand, they shouldn't notice me.
Gotcha.
If we can get close enough to at least see the outside of the building, see if there's anyone walking around, I may be able to do something.
There's
Well,
certainly somebody there.
oh,
I think we look at the satellite map, and Ichidu is like straight up takes a mark and goes, "We can check here." And here where the wooded area is. If one of you wants to, or it's probably you and me, Walter. So if you want to take one, I'll take the other.
Of course.
Now, the mark you made over here,
In the wood area.
no, by
Or
the
by the
true
church.
ministry place over here,
Mhm.
that side of the road is cam territory.
That's straight up can territory.
Yes.
yeah.
Ah,
So maybe we come in from behind.
sure.
So, not that much has gone down there. You don't know how well patrolled it is or how close an eye they keep on that area. But just be aware.
Is this just like a residential house right there?
Yes.
Okay. And back here, is it like some kind of like industrial kind of area? Like rock or something?
I don't remember. Please hold.
I guess there's this spot over here as well. I could probably get a good view.
Well, somewhere to safely stow vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
More what?
That's like
Sheik
a
would be
construction
looking
site
for.
from here.
Well, it could be construction site or it could be like industrial, like a rock yard or something. They have some kind of stuff going over by the
Quarry?
True Faith.
No,
yeah.
that is a
Maybe not
Terry
quarry.
Pools place. So it's a
A
business.
what?
It's a business. Terry Pools. It's a local pool company.
Yeah, but they still might have like rock or sand or something back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
All
let's
right.
see. And then you've got a fabrication mechanical place even further behind that. And that little one to the south, I don't know what that is.
Either way, the small like individual places are residential, so we'd need
But yeah,
to be
the small ones are
quiet
houses.
about that.
I think the play, at least for a Gidio, is that we start we go in from like this corner over here, or like just behind wherever that is, and just walk the rest of the way.
Good work. Definitely put our vehicle
'Cause I-
somewhere it won't be obvious, though.
I think being anywhere on this map risks, or anywhere really in like a 2-block radius of this, risks being spotted by a camera that we're not expecting.
Well, also, while we're doing this, Emma will get with Miles and Kincaid and ask them to uh, send a little bit more patrols around the mall, if possible. Also, if one of them can meet up with Ada, get any information, and try and look into maybe trying to track where that white van went. And if Walter gave the info, she'll pass it on to them. So they're at least looking into that happening as well.
Walter would have happily given that information so we can get it tracked down.
Okay. So you're getting them to track down what now?
Just passing on the information about what happened at the mall. Just telling them to meet up with Ada, that there's some information that she needs to pass on. And, not saying what happened over the chat lines or whatever, but also saying, Walter, there'll be some information for you to pick up as well, if you can swing by at your earliest convenience. Just so she can make sure that is also being addressed while they're addressing this.
Okay.
Kind of a 2 birds, 1 stone thing,
Mhm.
versus just focusing solely on this and leaving the 3 decapitations doing their thing.
Well, Woodard can handle the cleanup. Or, well,
Yeah.
she's got people that can handle the cleanup.
Yeah, she has the ability to handle the cleanup, but she wants Woodard to know that they are looking into it, and to also actually be looking into it while they're taking care of this. Even if it's just other members of, like, the Baron's employees looking at it.
Okay. So you want them to meet you at the office, or?
Ada would also have the information.
Oh,
So
that's right.
instead
That's
of
right. Yeah.
Instead of having him meet over at the office, she would say, please meet with Ada to get the details of this. We're going to be busy with some business was it north?
Yes, north.
We're going to be busy with some business a little north this evening. I trust you to get, what would she say? Get the groundwork laid for looking into this. We'll meet up with you, if not later tonight, then tomorrow.
Okay. You get a thumbs up from it because
Yeah.
y'all have normalized the use of emojis.
Yeah, just mostly to get something moving on that. And the player hoping that, oh, please don't let Miles or Kincaid be like backstabbers.
No, you
Anyone else have
you
any
have no
any-
reason to suspect them.
I have no.
it-
Emma has absolutely no reason to suspect them, but I've also played 5 games with you.
When have I had anybody
Is it
that you should have trusted backstab?
Does anyone have any other prep that they want to do before we get into this discussion?
No, she just wanted to do
Oh.
that at least. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good. Just that was gonna tip the train over the rails.
All right. So Kyle said he was going to go get his equipment.
Mhm.
What is all of his gear?
Well, there's the Abrams tank, and
I think you're muted.
Muted.
Body armor, several versions of firearms, melee weapon or 2, a I think 1 or 2 grenades.
Okay.
He's gearing up.
Some of this doesn't sound totally legal.
No, it's not. Some of this is stuff that he kept from his days as a soldier. And by soldier, I mean soldier in a gang.
I will say Egidio has he has a remote detonator and a couple of bricks just in case. But they're in a messenger bag. Not even worried about it yet. But better safe than sorry.
Emma's at least going to put on dark colored clothing.
I'll say
Hey, she's
also
thrifty.
some of this is stuff that he's looted from bodies that they've acquired. So like that sniper rifle.
Gidio's got some looted weaponry.
Yep. But that's for the hospital, not for the
Not for the abandoned lumber yard.
Nope.
Emma will at least have both types of ammo. One, the gun that she bought before Gidio bought the other gun, loaded with regular, and then her main gun loaded with incendiary.
Okay. What do you need incendiary for?
Never know.
For the giggles, just in case.
Just to make it hurt more.
Mhm.
Just to prove a point.
Just to break specifically to break the Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention? More like Geneva Suggestion.
It's never a war crime the first time.
That's Canada's motto.
Alrighty then.
Dude, there's a whole
And-
section of the Geneva Convention about what they were doing to people in World War One.
Mhm.
That's why they're so polite now.
So we don't suspect it.
It's a front, yeah.
Mhm.
They've just siphoned all their rage into the geese.
Egidio has a couple of steaks that he made like a long time ago, like vampire steaks.
Mhm.
He gives them. He specifically gives them to Kyle. He goes, "I don't think we're hunting kindred, but this is still gonna hurt somebody if you stab them in the head with it."
Okay.
They're just gathering space, and you are better inclined to this than I am. So, besides, it's made out of a chair from your bar, so it feels appropriate.
Technically his property.
Yeah. You saw me do it. Don't look at me like that.
I think it was a chair that was already smashed up with it.
Yeah. Wasn't it that one that was out back that was already kind of wobbly?
Yes.
All right. Does Walter or Iola have any special prepping they're going to do before y'all scout this place out?
I mean, Walter doesn't really have any weapons, unless you count those. That's about the only weapons he's got.
These mitts.
They already got them guns.
Remember, children, this is rated E for everyone.
I think Iola had gotten a gun, so
You
I've got
got
on
you got Emma's gun, which you gave back.
back. That's right.
Yeah, I think we gave her.
Neat.
I think you've collected a few handguns.
Yeah.
Letting her have some sort of
It's-
basic gun should not be a problem.
Yeah. Somewhere in the loot chest is probably a basic gun. The lost and found.
Egidio could just buy you one at some point. Alright.
All right, so I assume y'all are like all meeting up.
Yeah.
Like behind the office.
Oh
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, meeting somewhere and riding in.
So which way were y'all planning to approach? There had been a mention of parking back behind the place.
North. Where is that? West? Not northwest corner. Like
Right
back,
in there,
but back behind that would be a good parking spot.
like off the map.
Yeah, off that.
Okay. Yeah, there's some businesses on the other side of that road.
And just stick the car there for a little bit.
Okay.
Just some folks out for a walk at what,
Mhm.
10, 11 o'clock at night.
And then yeah, Egidio immediately steps out of the car, cloaks up, and it's like, okay. He'll start headed out. I am going to take the long way around towards the church. I don't think anybody's going to see me, but you guys will hear me if something goes up that shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Careful, we're right on the edge of cam territory. Don't.
That's
Go
right in
unnecessary.
cam territory.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
Just
to.
gotta check for
Going
cameras.
I think you said cam territory was on the
It's
other
where that
side
church
of
is
that
on
line.
the. Yeah.
Right. That's the belt line
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
Okay.
No,
Fair enough.
Egidio is going to check the True Faith Ministries, like circle around to the True Faith Ministries to see if there is a camera there. You'll hear him yell if something happens.
Be careful.
I am the very notion of caution.
That's not.
What is the name of that cloak ability you use?
Which one? Who?
Egidio.
Me? That one is called Shadow Cloak. It also gives me an intimidation bonus against Kine.
Weird. It's not showing up.
I think it might have been in another book.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
can
at
visit in
Cults of the
the
Blood
link.
Gods.
It's
Oh no,
it's
that may
in
be
Chicago
in
by night.
Chicago. Yeah, I don't know if I.
Yep.
I don't know if I got Chicago by night.
Apologies. There was. They're all in one book now. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have all been
I
in the
just have
basic
to-
book.
Well, they weren't. It's not a basic class, unfortunately.
Alright.
But it's in the player's guide now, the new one.
Alright, well, I
Load
was going
that
to check
up.
on something.
Yep. Is there something specific you're looking for in it?
I'm trying to remember exactly how it worked. If you've got it pulled up,
Sure.
can you read it off?
Yeah, let me grab it real quick.
Or throw it in the chat if you can do that easily.
I have it very paraphrased on Roll20. One moment. Game rules. Powers. Where are you? Oblivion. And Shadow Cloak. All it says is, oh wait, there's a details page. Let me look at that. But all it really says is subtly applying the influence of Oblivion on ambient shadows. The user masks their appearance or seems more sinister and threatening.
Well, I mean, as far as the stealth thing goes.
Yeah, I gain a 2 dice bonus to stealth rolls and on intimidation against mortals.
Okay. fairly simple then.
It's a level 1 power, so
Give me a stealth roll if you're crossing the street there.
I shall. I will reroll 3 of these. That's better. 6 successes.
Okay. Let me find the stats. All right. All right. You said you had how many successes?
6.
6. All right. All right. So you slip across the road,
Mhm.
and you are looking for the cameras.
I'm just looking on fences that are pointing that way, or like, suspiciously, a suspiciously pointed corner in the church.
All right. Give me wits awareness.
Mm-hmm. We'll check something. Yep. Cool. That is 4 successes. Whew, that was close. That was almost that was close.
Bad things almost happen. Huh?
No, just probably would have negated the roll.
The little True Faith Ministries place. You don't see any cameras there.
Okay. Well,
If you work further down
Kinda-
here to whatever business this is, they've got a camera that watches their parking lot, but it's angled where it's not really seeing anything except their parking lot.
Nothing on any fences, nothing of it. Like,
No, you didn't see
she was
anything.
just checking stuff that could conceivably point towards the mill proper.
Mhm.
So
But yeah.
once he's sure, he's just gonna head off
Mhm.
and rejoin the rest. He'll circle downward towards where the tree line is.
Okay. And while he
And
was doing
check
that,
it.
where were the rest of y'all going?
I think we were trying to, like, or were we trying to get down to like here-ish, maybe? Or were we hanging back until we heard?
Oh, that's up to you guys. I told you what I was doing.
I think we were waiting to hear back.
You see a thumbs up emoji in the group chat.
Is Walter going too, or is Walter?
In my mind, Walter was going down, and we were going to meet in the middle somewhere. But that could be just what Egidio pictured, planned, and didn't say, or that could be whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, if anything, Walter would have probably tried to go ahead and do some scouting, I guess, at the southern edge near the woodland or the wood line.
All right,
See if
so
there
down here somewhere.
anything. Hmm He would have came down and just tried to see if there had been anything that could, see us on approach if we came from that side, or just get an idea of the general security of the building.
All right. I'm assuming you're obfuscated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a wits awareness.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Information. Okay. Total 4. Take that away.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's actually a crit. So total of 3 successes.
Okay. As you're circling around the back, one thing you for sure spot parked down at kind of this corner of the building,
Mm-hmm.
just around the edge, you couldn't see it from the roads. You see 2 panel vans. Care to guess what colors they are?
Black.
Oh shit.
Black and white.
Mm-hmm. There's no signs on the side of either one of them, though.
As Walter probably surmised earlier, big old magnets, just rip them right off. But upon seeing that, he would just kind of think to himself, like, well, about that.
Anybody walking outside or anything?
And I was about to say, is there any folks on patrol? Any noticeable camera that might be looking that way?
And you got how
Or
much
is
on
that
your wits awareness?
3 successes.
3 successes. All right. In addition, as you were cutting through,
Mm-hmm.
there is somebody on the roof over here.
Okay.
It's like you saw. It was like they're laying down up there, but you saw them. You saw them like adjust their position.
Oh, I have a map question. Not that I know this right now.
And it looked like they were facing out towards the parking lot here, which is also kind of where the entrance. If y'all were going to drive, if somebody was going to drive up.
GM, I have a map question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this elevated? This right here?
No.
Okay. So it's just those trees that are throwing me off.
Yeah, the trees are tall enough that they overshadow these little sheds.
Yep.
And those sheds are,
Well,
about as tall as a
mostly-
2-story house. So
I mostly figure if we saw that on a satellite view, Egidio would be like, But especially when it gets pointed out eventually, but not right now. Someone can conceivably climb that tree and then jump on somebody who may or may not be laying stationary.
if they wanted to, I suppose. But anyway, Walter, as you make your way through, you saw somebody, kind of adjusting their position up there. Other than that, you don't see anybody.
Okay. With the information he has, then he would do his best to send just a quick, vague text of useful information heading back. And then just scurry back to where the group had originally parked.
Okay. So Walter and Egidio get back. Walter probably gets back first. And Egidio is still a minute or two after that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, everyone seems to be here. So,
Howdy. All clear on my end.
Say Kyle's in the truck, look like he's loading something.
Loading guns for the past 5 minutes straight.
Probably calms what nerves he has. Anyway, useful information on my end. So, you lot mentioned a black panel van, correct?
Yes.
Congratulations, there's 2 vans. One white, one black. However, there's nothing on the side. At least that I could see.
Magnets.
Yep.
Lovely. Any sentries?
Yes, one. Though, judging by position, they seem to be pointed towards that front parking lot. If you were to travel by main road.
Hmm.
Other than that, that's all I can tell you.
Right.
Move in, kill 'em quiet. Gain access to the building.
Which means that sentry needs to be removed.
Kind of gestures widely to Kyle, Walter, maybe Egidio.
Not really.
Someone who will do it quieter than me.
Gestures widely to Walter, like close to
Very widely towards Walter.
Vanna White.
By the way, which one of you all wants a Mossbrook AA-12?
I
what?
know a couple of those letters.
Here. He hands it to Jimmy.
AKA a shotgun.
Ah.
a semi-automatic shotgun.
Yep.
Yes. Still.
Egidio, with
Basic
his, yeah,
He'll also toss out a small box of shells.
got 12 in. Egidio's got 2 rather in firearms. He knows what that is.
What's
You're
loaded
fine.
in there? What's loaded in there is buckshot. That box is slugs.
Neat. Good to know. Neat. Just
Walter,
like
are you good with long
struggles
arms?
what to do with it. Just goes.
me as the character or player going back to double check. Sorry, unfortunately, that would be a no, my friend.
Either one of you two, then, as he asks to Emma and Isla.
I've got my guns. I don't know if I'll be good with any other guns that you have.
I mean, yeah. Decent enough.
How decent is decent enough?
What is it for shooting again? Firearms and what?
It's literally firearms.
It's
Depends on the
firearms,
situation.
and then
On a
it's
scale of
like,
1 to 5, how
2. 2.
Jesus Christ.
So that's competent. Yeah.
Listen, she at least can shoot.
Yeah.
would you prefer to be closer to the combat or farther away?
Farther away.
Cool. Sniper rifle.
It's like
Are these going to be loud? Yes, they are. Walter, since you are not taking one of the louder firearms, you are going to go remove that sentry from its post. I don't care how you do it, just do it quietly.
Brax knuckles.
no, that's not quiet.
he doesn't need his head.
Exactly.
Now, while that rifle isn't exactly a fully fledged sniper rifle, it is good for medium to long range engagements. So, if we do get into a firefight inside the building, which we probably will, you'll be able to at least make use of it. Now, did any of you think to get a hold of any kind of armor while we were doing this? Or while, all this whole thing with hunters have been going on?
Makes noise when you walk around. Some of us are quiet.
On
The
top
hunter
of
thing
that,
has been. Go ahead.
on top of that, Unless you can find something to fit me, I'm going to have to say no.
We have to find like the hood of a VW bug for Walter.
Just
Gotta
weld
Mad
it around
Max
him.
this. We gotta Mad Max this shit.
All right.
It's been 3, maybe 3 evenings since this hunter stuff has kicked off. I'm sorry, I haven't had time to go hunting for Kevlar.
Well, lucky for you, I've been preparing for this. Walter, here's a coat. It's heavy leather, so and more or less your size. It won't do anything against bullets, but against blades, it should offer you some protection.
It took a whole cow to make it.
It's just actually a cow. The hood is the skull of the cow.
I love the thought.
We got it from a guy up in oh shit.
Huntsville.
We got it from a guy up in Huntsville who's getting rid of some of his cows.
Left his farm for everyone.
Yep.
By the
I
way,
guess he's special.
Jason,
Mhm.
this is me literally utilizing Kyle's 3 points of hidden armory in his haven to do this.
He just emptied the armory.
He literally did, yes.
Oh, is Shiloh with you?
Yeah, he is.
I think that's
Shiloh-
always a dice roll.
No, Shiloh is, and Shiloh is wearing armor as well.
Little pup
Dog
helmet.
meat.
Yes, basically. I was thinking about that, considering we're probably getting into a fight today, and I watched a brief little short meme on YouTube about dog meat, and I went, yeah, Kyle would do that. So Shiloh
One
has
evening is spent just lovingly stitching Shiloh a Kevlar vest.
actually, yes. Egidio, Iola, Emma, he pulls out 3 more jackets. These are your all sizes. Put them on.
Okay.
When did you have time to take my measurements?
You've been
I think-
around me for months.
I think
Fair
just
enough.
like check maybe the back tag of your shirt or something.
I'm
Or
just
just an
picturing.
approximation.
I'm just picturing this. I'm just picturing this flashback montage of Kyle just casually walking behind the GDO at some point in the bar and then stopping with the tape measure. Right across the shoulders.
This is literally a combination of his resources and his armory, and ever since more overt supernatural shit started happening, he's been preparing this stuff in the background for
Let's go,
hunters.
Doomsday Prepper.
He's like, I know these chuckle fucks won't prepare.
Yeah,
Well, with Kindred, it's Inquisition preppers.
basically, yeah, because he knows his own power can relatively okay take on other kindred. He's kind of toss up with werewolves, but he's kind of leaning more towards the sides of, okay, I want to make nice with them as much as, can be done with kindred. Against a bunch of people toting around incendiary ammunition and whose sole purpose is to annihilate vampires, especially since he's been on the receiving end and knocked into torpor from incendiary ammunition from hunters in the
Yeah.
past. Yes, he's been prepping for a while.
Fair enough.
He's got some issues. He needs a little therapy. He'll be fine.
It doesn't
That's every
every vampire.
Yeah. That's the entire world of darkness. It's a tagline. Needs some therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The mummies have pretty well have it together.
Yeah, but
They're the
what-
therapists.
Yep.
That could work.
Okey-dokey.
We're gonna get like a coterie name put on the back, like biker jackets.
Yeah,
She
which-
says us putting it on.
At which point Kyle steps out with he's wearing like basically what he's wearing is Kevlar flak armor. As Shiloh comes out with his own armored vest that he's wearing.
Oh, looks like a fine little gentleman.
Who's gonna get into a gang war today? Who is it? You? Is it you?
So, point of order, for those of you with the heavy leathers, It unfortunately doesn't have any armor value versus bullets.
Mm.
But against bladed weapons or things that would cause aggravated damage in melee, it will change up to 2 points of melee aggravated damage to superficial per damage roll.
Does that? What if it's already superficial?
Then it doesn't do anything.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about this because I've been working on this for a while. The last sentence when it talks about armor is the protection in general is only useful to mortals and thin bloods, as vampires already consider these types of damage superficial. But it does switch aggravated to superficial damage. So
That's useful.
So a werewolf venom clawed you up a little bit.
yeah.
Okay. Well, saddle up and roll out.
Yep.
All right. So from what direction are y'all approaching?
I think we're
think-
still northwest.
Wasn't Walter going to try and take out the guy over here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna send Walter ahead as the vanguard to eliminate the scouts, as it were.
Well, the only one we know of.
That's true.
Do we want to approach more from like up here or down here?
Well, that's all flat, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but
And he'll look to the group and go, "Did anyone check the CrossFit right there?"
Not yet. No, you went past it. I thought you did.
I went up and around.
Well, then go check.
All right.
let's try and
and
keep away
I'll go-
from the residentials, just as a rule.
And he'll look at Kyle real quick. And does this have a strap?
Yes.
Okay. Straps
As he
along his
points
back.
to the strap.
He straps along his back, and he'll
Well,
head
it's,
over to-
it's more like he pulls out one and attaches it, but
gotcha. And he'll head to the he'll quietly head towards the CrossFit and check that for cameras.
Just a guy, a leather jacket, a gun strapped to him, checking out the gym.
This- Hey, I'm not inhibited by loud noises. I'm just quiet. I'm just hard to
Oh.
see.
Okay, you obfuscated.
I
think it
didn't.
still is.
That's the thing. I didn't obfuscate. I'm just
Sneaky.
sneaky.
He just pulled his shadows around him a little more.
Mhm.
Give me what's awareness.
Yep. That it. Wow. I'm gonna start looking into angel numbers or something. I swear to God. 4 successes.
You see something.
That's vague.
Yes, it is. It's very big. It's definitely not one of the little cameras. This looks more like a. It's not quite the size of like an 80s camcorder.
Oh, jeez.
It's a little bit smaller than that, but bigger than like a modern camera.
Mm-hmm. Do I reckon that's just the shell and the inside is like more sophisticated?
But it is attached to the back corner of the CrossFit here.
Like right there? Yep. Is
And
it pointing towards
its
the
view would pan
mill?
across this field here.
All right. I will circle around. There are windows in this, like inside the CrossFit.
The front's windowed.
Is there anybody in there?
Not that you can see out like the workout area. I mean,
Sure.
the place has got offices, but
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter right now. Doesn't matter yet. I think rather than taking this camera and like doing something with it, I think Egidio's just going to snip the wires.
Okay.
Where if he can at all see them, he'll just like.
Give me a technology
Intelligence?
intelligence, I guess.
That is 5 dice for me. 3 successes.
Okay. You're not entirely certain what this is. You don't see any wires going into the building.
Mhm.
But you're pretty sure this is a rechargeable battery attached to the back of it. You just pop that right off.
That's awfully sophisticated for being, you know, old as hell.
Well, that's it. It doesn't look old. That's just the bulk of it.
It's just a really bulky camera. I'm picturing the one that's like the hard metal shell from Metal Gear Solid. It just goes.
But whatever it is, it's powered down now.
Egidio will send another thumbs up emoji.
All right, Walter.
Walter, you're up.
Let's do this.
How are you approaching this guy? Like I said, he's laying right about here. So
Well-
nice. He's got a nice view of the big parking lot.
He would probably just. Ooh, excuse me. He would probably just kind of cut across the field, and he probably could he. Did he determine what about the tree line that's by the little containers, or
Yeah, there's trees right there, and they're tall enough that they hang over the.
if anything, he would just go across the field towards the container that he knew of, and probably stop about here, just a few, I'd assume, feet to maybe a yard or so away, just so he might have a chance to assess the person better before really getting up on
Okay,
him.
well that container thing's like 2 stories tall.
He'd have to climb a tree to get up over
Yeah,
it.
you have to either climb a tree, jump up on a tree, jump up top of the roof.
I was fixed to say, remember, man somehow gained grasshopper legs for that large torso.
Yeah, but
Alright.
I figured you were also trying to be quiet, so I don't know.
You gonna jump
I
up into
mean,
the tree or jump up and grab a
Mm.
limb? However you want to do it.
See if the guy got up there using a ladder, maybe.
He wouldn't probably jump because he'd be worried like the sudden grabbing would shake the branch and make too much noise. So he'd probably do his best just to kind of slowly climb up it.
Okay. Give me an athletics. Athletics.
Strength
what?
or dex?
I'm going to go strength with this one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I have 4 successes.
Okay, you managed to climb up there, no problem. Now give me stealth to see if you would do it quietly.
Stealth and what? Composure? Or resolve, maybe?
Let's go with Dex, actually.
Okay.
Because it's about, you're not making noise on the tree, rustling branches, crumpling bark, that sort of thing.
Ooh, all 4 successes.
Very nice. You said 4 successes?
Yes, sir. I would love to tell you that one was a 10, but I mean, I don't think that's really going to matter because I don't need 2.
Yeah, you have to have 2 10s to trigger a critical. So you get it there just as you're pulling yourself up level with the top of the shed there. You've been real good. You've been real quiet. And as you pull yourself up and you straighten up just a little bit, you bump your head on like another branch a little bit further up. Just enough noise that you see this guy. He's clearly got a large rifle. He's laying down, eyes just above the edge of the shed roof because the roof's at an ever so slight angle. Looking over the parking lot. And when you do that little bump, you see him spin around and
if anything, Walter tries his best just to not budge anymore. Just like he realized, like, shit, but he's just like, don't move.
Well,
don't move.
for the record, you got a tie.
Mm.
I forgot to rattle off how many he'd gotten, but so it's not enough that he's immediately aware somebody's got to be here, but he heard a noise. He's looking. You see him reach up to these goggle things he's wearing, and it's like he clicks a few things, looking around. And it finally shrugs and turns back around. Keeps scanning the parking lot.
Oh, what was that noise?
Excuse me, I must. It must have been the wind. It cast a wicked gleam.
All right, so he's now, laying there with his back basically to you.
Walter's going to try his best to, just step onto the container.
Okay.
And if there's
it's got a metal roof. Metal roof.
Okay.
And how heavy would Walter be?
Yes.
I don't recall if I ever determined.
I'm not looking for an exact weight. I'm just reminding you Walter's a big heavy guy.
Oh, I know, and I'm sure it's going to probably creak. That's what I'm afraid of.
2 C's or 3 C's of thick.
Basically, give me another stealth roll.
Okay.
This one, use your composure with your stealth, as you're having to maintain your calm and very slowly step. Trying to remember, look at about where you think the supports would be up under there.
Yeah, once again, 4 successes.
All right, you only got 3.
Ooh.
So you're stepping very slowly, very lightly. The roof creaks a little bit, but it creaks. These things creak a little bit just in the wind. So you manage to slowly make your way over towards it.
Oh well, this is now where the fun attack roll comes in. Because at this point, if Walter can pull it off, he's just basically going to take his big old mitts down. If he can make it work.
All right. That sounds like a strength brawl.
An attack roll. Yep.
Does he get any bonus dice for having stealth this way?
I'll give him I'll give him +2 dice.
Yeah.
Ooh, neat. All right, so that is a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One clean.
Okay. And then I'll add 2 to it. So 5
Uh,
successes normally, and then take 2 dice to add to the pool.
I'm going to give him a roll of his awareness.
And luckily, that's both of them successful. So that is a total of 7.
So 7, he got a 2, so that's 5 successes.
Woo!
And then do you have potence or anything?
Let me go ahead and toss a rest check on that. Alright, don't be hungry. Fantastic. So that'll just add, I think. Let's see.
Yeah,
I know it just
prowess?
add.
Yeah,
Prowess. Yes, prowess. That's what's active. I know it doesn't add to the roll, it just adds damage. I just
Yes.
gotta remember
What's
what
your potence at?
3.
So it
So
adds,
adds
3.
3 damage.
Okay.
So you get
I
5
had to learn that the hard way with
successes.
blackjack towards the end of the session, like tradition.
Mhm.
That's how
So
he always learns stuff.
wouldn't that make it 8?
That is. You said 7, so that's 10. Or wait,
no.
no.
Well, he
that
had
was
2. That
0.
knocked it. That,
It knocked it down to 5, so with the 3
plus
added,
the
it makes it
3.
8.
And he has exactly 8 health.
Woo!
I'll
Because
say
the
if
joy.
you have lethal body, that's that
Exactly.
autos to aggravated.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah, he does have lethal body.
So you reach down just as you slap your hands on him. It's like a second, fraction of a second before you grabbed him. It's like he realized something was about to happen, and he started to move, but it was too late. You grab and there's just a sharp
Ambush
crack.
crocodile.
And he kind of gives a jolt and just lays still.
Let's go, ambush croc.
At that point, there will be a thumbs up emoji in the chat.
Oh, interesting.
Let's go.
Good. And onwards.
Oh yeah, and Walter, like I said, he's in paramilitary gear. He had a helmet. He had the goggle things.
If Walter had any heat signature, he would have been screwed.
Any kind of headset on this dude? Like to communicate with anybody?
Yeah, you got like an earpiece in it. Well, not that you're there to see it. But
Not that
Yeah.
I'm there to see it, but
I mean,
The
I'm
video
sure.
would still have been on that corner where the where that
CrossFit.
that CrossFit is. So he's
Mhm.
just kind of waiting for the thumbs up and starts walking forward.
Yeah, Kyle will too.
And with that, Walter gets the fuck down.
how's he get down?
I would love to
Right.
tell you he'd jump, but carefully. He'd probably get about to the edge of the container and just kind of ease himself down.
Okay.
I see this Dorito jump down as I walk past him.
is everyone
true.
calling it a sip?
That's true. He did definitely interact with something, so his obfuscate is down.
Mm-hmm.
And takes a moment. That's a success for going back to obfuscate. So
Emma's hanging back a little bit just to see if she sees anyone else. Like
Alright.
bringing up the rear of the group.
So Walter and
lie.
the GDO are basically here at this point. They like met up back behind the container. And where did the rest of y'all circle around to?
I think we were waiting to like move in once we heard he was taken care of.
yeah, but would y'all have gone the direction Walter had gone towards the container? Did y'all go down? Did y'all go a different angle?
I mean,
Or do y'all
if
like come
we're
down these
here,
roads?
eh,
Egidio would have gone just from the CrossFit and walked. That's where he meets
Like-
Walter.
I would think maybe wait over here and then go over
Hmm.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of gives it gives the cover between the two buildings,
Sort
and it
of
also
maybe-
gives a view of the front and at least a view of this corner.
Yeah, there's nobody in the front. As you're standing here, you can see the panel vans over here.
Mhm.
Any lights, anything?
No.
Heightened senses, anything with that?
Give me a wits awareness roll. And you have to make a rouse check for heightened senses, or that.
Nope,
Thanks,
it
Dog.
just happens.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm pretty sure this is 4 dice, but brain says, please check this. Be paranoid. Yeah.
Well, also add your aspects to your dice pool
What?
for heightened senses.
It adds in?
Yeah.
I wish I'd known this because now I have 7.
There you go.
Yeah, the user adds their aspects rating to all perception rolls. However, if exposed to extreme sensations while the power is active, the user must succeed on a Wits plus Resolve difficulty 3 or more to dampen their senses in time, or overload causes them to sustain a -3 dice penalty to all perception-based rolls for the rest of the scene.
5.
Me just looking at Samuel's old sheet.
I'd have been doing a lot better on wits awareness. It was a 5.
All right. So y'all are standing here. You trigger your heightened senses, or maybe they were already going, or whatever. You hear the whistling of the wind. You hear cars going by on the road. Not a whole lot of them, but you know.
Nothing coming from the building.
There are noises inside the building for sure. It might be talking. I mean, it's inside a large building like that. You can't make out individual voices or individual words. But you get the impression it might be human speech. And standing there, basically, just a little bit below. You hear what you assume must be coming through the dead guy's
Earpiece.
earpiece. It's let's see, 5 successes. You're not catching all of it, but it's clearly somebody saying a name and telling them to come in.
We may have companies.
And something about the scope's down, or something's down.
Something's down. Calling someone back. They're either going to come out here, we'll have a good opportunity to go in, or they're going to start getting prepared real quick.
They want to hide the body.
It's 2 stories up. I don't think there's a lot of hiding it.
Or shock tactics. We hit them before they prepare.
Oh.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh,
And,
1 moment. I will.
okay, I don't
Hide
get
again.
hungrier. Kyle will activate toughness.
What was that, GTO?
I'm just saying he's activates hide. Like,
he's gonna load his revolver, and I was like, ready?
Let's do it.
yeah, I am.
And he's gonna storm the building.
All right, the front doors are up here. There are both a fire exit and your typical kind of roll up doors for deliveries and stuff. And there's probably somebody on a fire door on this other side, but this is the side y'all are probably going into.
I got 9 successes on a crit for that stealth roll.
Pretty still.
Nice.
All right, so who's bashing the door open?
Guessing Kyle.
Walter's stronger than he is.
Just waiting for the Freebirds a little kick in.
I mean,
Yeah, Kyle gets there and is like Walter, door.
All right. Basically, kind of gets in that little position where he's literally about to just, if you remember good old Left 4 Dead, just charge her the door, just
Yeah.
Mhm.
shoulder check it.
Also, real quick, as a point of order, from this picture that we have, does that building look like it has rooftop access?
I don't think so.
It looks like just a shed.
Okay. Wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
it was very, very. It was a store you could go into, but it was very warehouse-like. I'm going to assume that the inside is very much like the inside of a Home Depot or a Lowe's.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You've got big stacks on the outside, but you also had like stacks of wood inside where you go in and look at it.
So
Makes sense.
At least back when
as they're going to bash the door open, Egidio is going towards the vans and he plants a brick underneath each of them.
Oh boy.
Not doing anything with it, just just covering our tracks. Or
This is point of
covering our
order.
bases.
Mm-hmm.
Make an explosive exit.
Oh, that kind of brick. I was like, what? Behind the tires? What are you, wait, huh?
Just keep it from going anywhere.
The plastic
Well,
explosives. I
yeah.
have one underneath each van.
And if some get away from us and try to drive off, detonator.
Yeah, exactly.
A la John Wick style.
Yep.
Beep.
Everybody was talking about the plastic explosive in John Wick. What about the plastic explosive in Man on Fire?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember that?
No,
Yeah.
I do not, but that's just because mentioning plastic explosives under vans, that's the first thing my brain goes to.
In Man on Fire was a suppository.
Ah,
I hate that.
He used it in a questioning session.
Yep.
Great movie.
alright then.
Egidio's not that cruel yet.
Yeah.
Maybe when it Denzel's first time dead inside movies. All of his characters here lately have been dead inside.
He does that, and then I assume they knock the door open and
Alright.
just.
So you're doing that as
Tony Montana.
as you're trotting back to the rest of the guys. You see Walter just drop his shoulder and charge.
Oh,
Everybody else running
takes
behind
a
him.
solid 5 steps back.
Congratulations. The strength brawl roll was all 7 successes.
Jesus Christ.
Okay then.
Emma,
I heard you wanted a freight train.
Yeah, that door just kind of folds in on itself, and then goes flying off in front of you. It hits the ground. It slides up, hits these big metal shelves.
Basically, chaos is already ensuing just from the door hitting shelving.
Emma, to your ears, it's like a thunderclap. It's like lightning struck close by or something.
She winces and is definitely keeping back, mostly because she's not getting in the fist fight.
But yeah,
The
Walter,
outside
you
is
see
when
those
fire
big,
goes
those big kind of shelves like you see at a Lowe's. There's been plastic sheeting put up on some of them, so you can't see too far into the building. Though as soon as that happens, Emma, you hear somebody inside basically, having their holy shit moment. They're in the
Standard
building.
operating
They're in the building.
procedures.
I'll also say as a point of order, just as a reflexive thing, because I can do this for free. Kyle does have Feral Whispers active, so he can give orders to Shiloh.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then when we do this, Io is also going to activate Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
Right. Well, after that charge, if Walter has a chance to find cover, he's
No,
gonna
like
try to
there's
do.
plastic tarping up or plastic sheeting up on hung up on some of those shelves. There is and you can't tell what's behind the the sheeting. I mean, there's light coming from further in the store, and you can tell there's something on those bottom shelves that would block view. You don't see any people right away, but and you hear that people yelling about they're in the building. You hear that off deeper into the store or deeper into the building.
No.
Question.
Mhm.
Is there not a rooftop access? Is there a second level access from outside?
No,
Like the fire escape wouldn't do that?
there's not multiple floors. This thing, it's all just one big building, one big
okay.
room
I see.
inside. I mean, there's probably some
Okay, cool.
there's probably some areas cut off to be offices.
So now,
About the only roof access would be like maybe something like a ladder up to get to the air conditioning units, but not anything to get into the building itself.
Correct.
that's fine. I'm not trying to get up there. I was just trying to see if there was another level. I like the high ground.
Well,
Well, you could
but,
you could climb some of these big shelves, but
yeah, so like a solid maybe I'm giving them a solid minute before Egidio goes in from behind and just starts climbing something.
no.
minute.
The
Let's
main
go
reason
back
I ask is just so, and finish the roll. And success. Basically, to do a rouse check to get where Walter can get obfuscated again
Okay.
and potentially sneak up. He didn't mind being the bulldozer, but now he needs to get back to what he's good at, which is being a stealth boy.
How dark is it in here?
It's fairly dark. They've got some emergency lighting on, and you can tell there's lighting deeper through the plastic sheeting, towards the middle of the store.
Okay. I'll activate Eyes of the Beast. So
Okay,
dark
you can
no
see fine.
longer impairs my vision.
I've got dark vision. Up
Yeah,
to
I
60 feet.
Gray tones
Yeah.
though.
It also means if I'm intimidating Kine, I get a +1
Neat.
or an extra dice.
All right, so y'all go in. Y'all go into the building. Are y'all working y'all's way deeper in?
Yeah, Emma would probably follow in close to when Egidio comes in.
Yeah, he's heading for where the voices are.
All right. You still hear the voice, Emma. You hear the the initial guy that was like, "Holy crap!" The building's been breached. You hear him talking about needing an evac. Get some people in here.
Gotta work quick. She'll call out.
And underneath that, you think you hear Zeke's voice.
In what kind of tone?
Like he's out of it. I don't know anything. Let me go.
She's gonna beeline towards where Zeke is.
Okay. Sounds like the same place.
Okay. She'll just follow.
All right. So y'all are working y'all's way basically through the aisles of the store. Like I said, they've got the plastic sheeting up, hung up on all the shelving.
Yeah.
As you approach, as you start to get to the actual center, you see the silhouette of somebody, just kind of standing there, pistol out. You're still hearing the voice. But you see his silhouette, and you see what looks like the silhouette of somebody kind of slightly slumped over in a chair.
Can Emma sees this?
Yes. This
She
is through the
taking
plastic
a
sheeting. You're seeing the
shot.
silhouettes. But
Is it at like a straight on angle or at an angle?
like from the side.
Like straight on from the side? Or like, to where she could dependably get a good shot on the person with the gun. Or
It's like he's got his side turned to you.
Yeah, so you're coming at them from the side.
okay.
No, you're coming at them from a flank. You're not
You're
looking
flanking
at them
them,
dead
yes.
on.
Okay.
Does Kyle see this as well?
Yes. Yeah, all of y'all are in
I imagine
like
they're
a pack.
Yep.
Like I said, you see the silhouette through that plastic sheeting. The light source is obviously over there with him as well.
Dependably get a shot on the guy through the sheeting.
Oh yeah. He's silhouetted pretty good.
Say, Kyle will hold up a hand real quick. in case he forced him to change places.
Paranoid to the end.
That's why I'm alive. He'll round the corner, gun out.
You round the corner, gun out.
Mhm.
You see Zeke strapped to a chair. And he's mumbling to himself.
Kyle just drops the hand.
The standing figure with the gun out.
Mm-hmm.
So you drop your hand. So I'm assuming Emma's waiting for that signal.
Well, like, is he dropping the hand with the gun or dropping the hand to indicate to Emma?
Dropping
Indicate
the
to
hand to
Emma.
indicate to Emma.
Oh, she's taking the shot then.
All right, roll it.
As soon as the clear, fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's left that he stepped around the corner, then he looked around the corner. Yeah, go.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I gotta look up what does the symbols on the dice mean thing.
Well, what did you roll?
Let me find this out first. Hold on.
The AUK is a success. The AUK with the stars is a critical or potential critical.
Yuba,
Okay,
breathe,
so-
please.
5. I have 4 regular success, and then I have 1 a bestial failure if the roll fails.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you should be good because he's not defending, right?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't even know she's there.
So excellent roll. So that's a total. How many successes you said?
4.
Okay.
4, and then the bestial failure if it doesn't, and then 1 was just a standard fail.
Okay, gotcha.
And then she has the +3 damage to the gun.
So, you know, you see the silhouette catch it in the head and fall down. Kyle, you had rounded the corner. You pegged that, you know, where Zeke is.
Yep.
As you drop your hand, you realize that's a mannequin. And then there's, you know, the gunshot, and the mannequin, you know, goes flying.
Oh, okay.
There is like a large radio, like military style radio, propped up on or sitting on the ground next to Zeke's chair, and that's where the voice is coming from.
Emma would probably have come around the plastic by now. Does she see all this as well?
Yep.
I'll get Zeke out of here. Take care of whatever you need to take care of.
Very well.
Over the radio, you hear, "Bye, freaks."
Oh.
And you hear all up above you.
Emma is grabbing Zeke, end of the chair probably.
Okay. It's a cheap little office chair. Looks like it's probably from the 80s.
With all of her 1 strength.
It's on wheels.
Oh, you're fine.
The roof is starting to come down.
Okay.
Whereabouts in the building are we? Like, are we at the front?
You're very much towards the center.
Okay. Back the way we came. At high speeds.
Well, you're definitely not going to be able to beat it out. The side.
Do I hear the van before the thing comes down? Do I hear the vans like crank?
No, you do not.
Okay. Fair enough.
So as they're coming down, everybody that's in the building needs to give me let's
Frenzy
see
check?
here.
Doesn't seem like an explosion.
No, the explosions were just collapsing the roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
They sound like dead, demolition charges sort of thing.
Okay.
It might be C4, who knows?
What Kyle will do is he'll tell since Shiloh is much faster than any of us, he'll tell Shiloh to leave the building.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Charlotte's gone.
Much faster.
Yeah,
He's a pupper.
dog. He is faster.
Celerity 1.
So
It's
you're
just a
about at speed with him then.
Yes.
All right. So anybody The people with
What are
celerity
we rolling?
can give me a strength athletics.
Strength?
Yeah, this is
Dex.
pure. Put your head down. Well, you know what? Dexterity. You're having to weave your way through, or just tear through
I
the
was gonna
sheet.
say Egidio's
The balance might be
much more
important.
dexterous. That's what he would do.
And then do we add anything for celerity or no?
The celerity is what's allowing you to do this, and have a hope of actually getting out before
The
the roof comes
fuck?
down.
No
He-
success. I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, use a willpower.
Okay. Shiloh has 6 successes.
Shiloh saved. We're good.
Egidio is rousing his dexterity because I don't have any athletics.
Okay. But you
That
have
is
have-
more to rouse.
you do have celerity.
I don't.
Oh no. Only the dog and the celerity people can potentially move fast enough to get out.
I have one
Oh.
success for some odd. Yeah, that's that. One success.
All right, let me roll.
There's a 5 and a 6. So.
All right.
I guess
You
I'm
needed
trying. I guess I'm.
two.
Huh?
I said you needed 2 successes.
I guess.
Fuck.
I guess I'm
Good.
thinking Egidio could like find a place to duck under.
I'm gonna roll again.
You got all those big shelving things. They
Yeah,
might help.
that's why I'm thinking like dexterity for Egidio.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't want me to get out. I rolled 2 1s. Game doesn't like me today.
Roll 20 loves you. It's
No,
just,
it doesn't.
It's just upset you haven't been here in a while. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
You know, it's like a pet when you've gone on a trip and come home. Sometimes they're excited to see you. Sometimes they act a little pissy.
Question.
5 successes.
Is there a smaller room close by? One with potentially load-bearing walls, or is this just an completely open warehouse?
The like office areas would be along the outside walls.
Mm.
You know, you're in like the center of a Lowe's. You know, the Lowe's that are kind of the one big rooms with all the
Yeah,
shelving.
Home Depot savage mode.
Yeah.
fair.
So you see a GDO.
I got 5
Okay.
successes. Egidio just slid under something.
The rest of you can give me the one that weren't celeritying out. Let's say a composure. Well, that's social. Resolve. Let's go resolve awareness. To keep yourselves calm enough to analyze the situation, and then aware enough to find out, see what you could potentially do.
Would my heightened senses being still on play into this any?
Yes, go ahead and count those in.
Fantastic. So resolve, awareness. Okay.
I got 5.
All right. Let's see. That is 4 for me.
All right, and Emma.
1 second. I'm rousing to give myself 2 more resolve.
Okay.
Don't get any hungrier. I'm also saying she is grabbing Zeke's chair and kind of tossing it so where she can put herself on top of it to kind of. She's not any kind of Walter or anything, but she can at least attempt. 7 successes.
Okay. So y'all all remain calm enough.
How
And,
tall are these shelves, and what do they look like?
Oh, they're probably. The suckers are probably 40 feet tall, 30 feet tall.
Mm.
And they're just kind of metal supports. Some of them have like actual kind of shelves, and then some of them it's just the prongs where they'd be holding lumber. But y'all see a GDO just die for one.
Yep.
That was just pretty
Slides
much
right
Jeremy's
under one.
plan.
Seeing where Emma goes, Kyle will say, Walter, grab one shelf. I'm going to grab the other.
Without hesitation, just grab a shelf.
And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over to where Emma and Emma and Zeke are, and basically pull the shelves over to where they lock together to try to ablate some of the falling
Okay,
debris.
so it's like you're grabbing the shelving on either side of you and kind of pulling the aisle together, so it almost like tent church steeples together.
To try to like ablate as much of the debris as possible and have Walter and Kyle like brace the shelving to try to keep it from crumpling under as much weight as possible.
Okay.
It probably will, but to try to deflect as much of the falling debris.
All right.
I linked
I'm
a
also-
picture of like lumberyard shelves in the Tuesday chat.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also imagining like Walter at the same time, if needed, like taking his back to brace.
So the way y'all are doing that, the ceiling hits it and it sort of breaks across of it, and chunks rain down.
Yeah.
Walter, you're okay. Kyle takes one lick.
Yeah. I mean, his toughness is active anyway still, so...
Yeah. Emma, you managed, basically, they do that, and you've kind of dove under one of those shelving areas. So you and Zeke are pretty well shielded. He oofs when you kind of fling him in there and dive on top of him. He's still kind of mumbling.
Yeah, he's not all there.
Iola,
Yes.
you're about halfway to the door when the roof comes down on you. And it's hitting shelving around you and it's breaking into larger chunks, but still, it's some pretty big sized chunks coming down at you.
Video utilizing Jeremy's real life Walmart survival plan.
Get under a shelf.
I had a buddy who used to work at a Walmart. Him and his coworkers had this entire zombie apocalypse plan.
Oh yeah, you got nothing better to do at night.
Right down to using the crane to like dangle somebody over
Uh-huh.
to lure the horde around where they escape out the other side to go foraging for stuff.
What?
They refer to the position as the Spider-Man.
Like I said, you got nothing better to do at night. You just come up with weird shit.
Once that sleep deprivation kicks in, man,
Mm-hmm.
It's
that,
just on.
you hit that that lack of sleep nirvana where everything's just a lot clearer.
All right, you only take you take 3 levels of damage. You're a kindred, so that gets halved. So you only take 1. You are, however, pinned down under some debris now.
Okay.
Emma, this has been a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Let's see, was there actually something to roll?
There's a mechanic for it.
Yeah, somebody could throw that in the chat. I could look it up on the PDF, but then I would lose the stats. For...
I probably got it in
Yes.
here. I'll look it up real quick and roll it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Let's resolve. Okay.
Oh, hey, you just rolled that.
Thing is, I've already closed the sheet, put my dice back in their tray, and forgotten the numbers. So I'll do that while you're continuing on.
All right, so Iola, you don't take a whole lot of damage, but you are pinned. You are pinned down.
Somewhere in a corner, somewhere you hear a Gideon go, "Everyone good?"
4 successes. I'm good.
Okay.
She calls back out. Good over here. We've got Zeke.
All right.
Is
You
Iola
hear-
with you?
Emma, you hear two things of importance. Well, actually, give me a
Okay.
give me a wits awareness. Let's see what you hear. Since that first roll was just to make sure
I
your
need to
hiding
stop
senses are
putting my
still-
dice away.
Yeah, really.
You still
good.
got like 30 minutes. What do you mean? Why are you putting your dice away?
It's a habit of putting them back in their little coffin so they don't get chased around by a cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wits awareness.
Yes.
Can I make that roll too since we're there?
Yeah, anybody can make it. There's something any of you could potentially hear, and then something probably only Emma would hear because of the heightened senses.
All right. I got 5.
So what's awareness?
Yes.
I got 3.
6.
All right.
3.
3 for me.
All right. So everybody got 3 or higher.
So
And,
all of us, I
and
think.
how much did you say you had, Emma? I saw you hold up fingers, but 6. Okay.
Yes, she got 6. I got 5.
So all of you kind of hear, just in different places around, these little woofing noises.
Like a dog barking wolf or like an onomatopoeia wolf?
Onomatopoeia.
Like woof, woof, woof.
Like helicopter noises?
No,
Like a grappling
like
hook?
you throw a little, like, let's say you threw a match on a little bit of gasoline. Woof.
Oh,
Ah,
Walter and
So,
Kyle, y'all are
that's-
kind of standing, and you start to see flickering light in and amongst some of the debris.
we need to go.
Emma,
Let's
you
get
hear
out.
motors. Somebody is pulling. So, 2 or 3 vehicles are pulling up into the parking lot.
We need to go now.
You know, you
There's
can't see
vehicles
them with all the
outside.
debris because it's falling on some of its own shelves, and some of the shelves are not. You don't have a clear view.
Out the back. Where's Iola?
Pinned.
No idea.
You hear screaming. Pinned.
Yeah.
It's muffled though. I'll be your hero.
Kyle's response, literally because of who's in danger right now. Don't know, don't care.
If can Emma get enough of a beat on it to kind of point in the direction?
You can tell it's over towards the door y'all came in.
She's
And the
Castle.
exterior walls of the building are still up. They didn't, they collapsed the roof, not the entire building.
yeah.
Mm.
Taps
Okay.
Walter. She's that way.
All right,
Alright.
I'm gonna rouse strength and shove this office. I don't get any hungrier. Strength athletics probably.
Yes.
Said
Okay.
parking lot meaning out front parking lot.
Yeah, you hear them. They're pulling in here. I mean, at some speed.
the vans were back here, right?
That is
Yeah,
correct.
they were around the corner.
Okay.
Yep.
I got 5 successes. Try to basically shove the debris off so we can go.
All right, you shove the debris off. You can see open sky above you. And it's not the entire roof, but a big center section of it. Clearly they were aiming for this middle spot where they'd left Zeke.
How thick are these walls?
Oh, they're like cinder block wall. The outside walls
Never
are like
mind.
cinder block walls.
Mm.
Cinder block walls with like metal siding on the outside,
Okay.
like an old school gymnasium or something. But
Ah.
but yeah, you can now kind of get on top of the debris,
Mm.
and it's not even footing at all.
Yeah.
During the whole thing, Emma would be cutting like any ties Zeke has on him, just so it's easier to move.
Yeah, you can get him out of the chair that way.
Hmm.
His arms are basically zip tied to the arms of the chair. So
Egidio is going to.
his eyes are
attempt-
dilated. Well, you have a hard time telling it, I guess, but Kyle can see it.
Hmm.
In your medical opinion, he's been drugged.
Egidio is going to attempt to squeeze out from where he is and just like still trying to have some modicum of stealth, but while he's like getting out.
Sneak. All right, so y'all are making y'all's way to the side. Walter, give me a wits awareness, see if you can figure out where Iola's at.
Emma will kind of help point as they move.
Okay.
Oh,
So I have 1 stain now.
well, that would be. Oh, well, I guess technically that would be
Actually 2.
4 success.
Why do you have stains?
Zeke is one of Kyle's touchstones, and he has been directly damaged by Kyle's actions.
Yeah.
So, yes, I immediately take 2 stains.
Oof.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
We will resolve this.
So 3 tens.
That's 6. That's 6 successes.
Okay, fantastic.
So you beeline to her. Yeah, whatever those woofing noises were, that was definitely something starting a fire. In fact, there's some over here, and there's some over here on the other side of you, and there's some back behind you, and there's some in the direction you want to go.
Basically, if Walter can get to her or get to Iola, scoop her up, as soon as he's able to just successfully have her in his arms, he is leaping without hesitation.
Just
Okay.
up through the roof.
What's left
Uh,
of it?
Just what's left, just whatever's left opening, he's gone. Because he knows it's about to get real bad real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you leap out.
All right, so
Do I
The
not need to
car-
make any roll to move
Uh,
debris, or we're just going to say he does it?
But
uh,
those 6 successes, I thought you did.
well, that was him finding
that
you.
was the
That was,
spot.
that was to
Ah.
find you.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pinned by a big piece. Go ahead and give me a strength athletics. Don't forget your potence.
Hmm
As so it sounds so Egidio hears, and as he like finally frees himself, hears the cars from the front, like from
Emma was the
opposite
only one that
direction.
heard. Emma was the only one that heard the vehicles at first.
Okay.
She did say something about we got trucks or vehicles up front.
Then Egidio detonates the C4s behind him.
You hear two. You
If
hear
only-
two explosions from outside.
If only to give them a sec to be like, "Oh shit," and we go the other way.
Well, if anything, 6 successes for Walter to just shove
Yeah,
debris.
you pick up this huge chunk of steel and just over to the side.
Scoop out Paola and just he gone. He feels back and is just like, good luck to you other two, I'm out.
We're not far off.
So as you
I went-
are clearing the wall over here. Gotta click on the roll 20 picture of the map and not the
Right layer.
not the
One
no.
layer.
I was clicking on
Why do we even have
Streamlabs.
that layer?
I was looking at the Streamlabs and trying to click on them. Not the first time
Yeah,
that's
but-
happened.
I was wondering when you were like saying here, here, and here. I'm like, is he putting it somewhere else?
Oh no, I wasn't clicking it. I was just I was pointing out. I was making it on camera. Kind of doing the genie from Aladdin thing. Over here, over here, over here. There's a lot of fire. So yeah, you clear the wall over here, and as you're clearing the wall, you see those two panel vans just go up. Their back ends blown off.
Yeah, they're about dead center, but yeah, close enough.
Shiloh is out here just barking, barking, barking. You see some of those vehicles coming to a halt out front. But one like Humvee is coming around the side. Shiloh's very upset. There's lots of explosions. He would be running away, except Kyle's still inside.
No, Kyle's leaving. As soon
Oh
as
yeah, y'all are
we
heading to
get
the door.
Zeke going.
Yeah,
Emma's
but
got
Shallow
Zeke out of
doesn't
the
know that.
out of the chair, and but there's starting to be a lot of fire inside, so I'm going to need some. I'm
Some
going to need a little
groceries.
roll to see who panics. Frenzy provocation.
Question: was there a exit back here?
Yes, there would have been at least a fire exit out there.
Okay.
I'm
Inside a
still
burning
remembering.
building. So I need a difficulty 3 terror frenzy from those of you still inside the building.
Oh,
What
Lord.
was the roll again? Humanity, half of our humanity and resolve.
And willpower.
Okay, half humanity and willpower. Got it.
So who's rolling?
3.
All of us, or
All of us.
No.
Just the 3 of us still inside the building.
Yeah. Walter and Iola have jumped out of the building. So
Rounded up.
you two saw the fire and it was starting to freak you out, but then you've gotten out of it, so you don't have to worry about that.
Rounded up or rounded down on humanity.
Rounded down.
I got 4 successes.
All right.
All right, I'm good.
You know
Make it
fear,
yours.
but you got it under control.
think-
Meets it, beats it. We're good.
Beats it.
I do think back earlier in the campaign when you had used fire against us, and Walters just shrugged it off, just like, I really don't care.
What's it gonna do? Make me look uglier?
You hear Zeke, are we having a cookout?
Yeah, we've got some ribs. Just hold on.
Oh, you dumb bitch! I broke my ribs.
Kyle, I'm about to get some.
Emma's just pointing towards the back. They were coming in the front. Maybe they're not coming in the back. Let's go get Shiloh or something. I don't know. And she starts like, as much as Karani ass can carry like Zeke back that way.
He's
she is
trying to
getting
stumble
towards the
along
exit.
with you, but yeah.
Yeah. At one strength and being a vampire, she can probably at least lift him. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are making some progress. It's not necessarily the quickest.
Yeah. All else fails, she's just gonna try and like fireman carry his ass out.
But Ginny's intending to use that explosion as a cover to get the hell out. That was the whole point of setting the explosives off.
Okay. So Walter and Iola, y'all have landed out here. Shiloh runs over to you, but seems disappointed that you're not Kyle. That Humvee is screeching to a stop as they see Walter land. You may be muted.
You're muted, my love.
Sorry. I was fixed to say, and as soon as that happens, he gonna jump again.
Grab the dog.
Jump, land, jump.
Just
Well, now,
I'll,
you said as soon as you land, you're jumping, so Shiloh wouldn't have time to run over to you.
I mean,
you
yeah,
jump
he's,
that
always,
quickly, so.
he's already disappointed that I'm not Kyle anyway. He just sees the Humvee and just like, nope, gotta keep going.
So yeah, you jumped out, then you jump probably on top of one of these buildings, and then, off in the field or off towards your cars, wherever. Shiloh starts barking at the men getting out. He ain't sounding happy.
I'll talk to your dog.
Kyle, get your dog.
Uh,
He don't bite.
Yes, he do.
you hear Emma. You can hear outside. You hear somebody shouting, "Mayor, take care of the dog." Why me? You were ATF. You've got the experience.
Get the dog. Get the dog. Get the dog. Get the dog.
Kyle's gonna whistle, which is basically Pharaoh whispers to Shiloh, get over here.
All right. So y'all eventually make it out the back here. The fire's building up, but it's, the debris from the roof landed mishappily, so.
Yep.
That seems to be mostly what's burning. So, you stayed calm, you managed to get out before fire builds up too much.
Managed. All right.
Keep into the tree lines, like right through here.
Yeah, Shiloh catches up with you, but not too far behind him. You got, 4 guys with, God, I was going to try to get the exact model. But anyway, the little small assault, or little small rifles. AR-15s? I think that's what I'm thinking of.
I mean, if they're in range, Kyle's gonna shoot him. Run and gun.
Yeah, they round the corner as soon as they see you. They're kind of doing the same thing. They're on the radio. Some of them escaped out the back.
What am I rolling?
Firearms for sure.
Yep.
And let's see, this is some decent distance off.
I'm using Eyes of the Beast, which sharpens my senses somewhat. So I'm not sure if that'll change anything.
Well, it means the dark and stuff won't bother it.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't know if it changed anything, but that is still active.
Hey, go ahead and make it dexterity firearms.
Okay. Cool.
And there's no surprise or anything, so they're going to get a chance to try and get out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So as soon as you start shooting, they try to take cover behind like kind of the ruins of the vans.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you get total?
7.
Oh, I thought you were saying how many dice you'd roll. I didn't realize that was your.
Nope, that was the total. I got a crit.
Gotcha. Then yeah, one of them you plug one of them good.
Yeah, with the +4 to damage.
So let's see, he had 2, so that puts you down to 5. Plus, you said how much damage?
4.
So that's 9. They do have body armor. What's the body armor listed at?
What kind? Because I have it up right now.
This would be Kevlar vest, flak jacket.
Okay, so same as what Kyle's wearing, which is armor value 4.
Right, so that knocks 4 off the damage.
No, it just turns it into superficial.
Oh, I got you. So he takes 9 damage, but 4 of it is just superficial.
Yeah, so 4 superficial, 5 ag.
Okay. So yeah, you plug him good. He screams. He goes down. You know, he's clearly not dead. One of his buddies reaches over, grabs him, drags him behind the, kind of between the
cool.
wreckage of the vans.
Well then, seeing that, tosses a grenade back there.
You had it, so smoke him if you got him, quite literally.
Yep. Emma trying to figure out how to cast Obey on herself and just kind of moving Zeke out of here.
Yeah, well, you and Zeke just kept going while Kyle is turning around and is doing this.
Yeah.
All right, what do you know what you rolled to throw a grenade, Kyle?
I have no idea.
I'm going to assume athletics for the throw.
Maybe dexterity for
Or
chucking it.
well, he's considering the
strength.
distance, probably strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say strength for the distance.
Okay.
He's going the distance.
Get out of my head, man.
Full speed.
Do you want to say?
He's all alone.
Do you want to say firearms for aiming?
Uh,
I don't know.
let's just go athletics.
Athletics. All right. I mean, it's the same pool either way, but alrighty. So that's okay. I'm gonna spend a willpower and reroll 3. Much better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So you arc that grenade.
Mhm.
It's a long throw, but you know you have enhanced strength, so.
Yep.
It goes. It kind of dings off the hood of the first van, and then right down between the vans.
So right where they were.
Yeah, you hear grenade, and then there's a.
Emma to herself. So much for stealth.
It was stealth in the first half, and it doesn't matter for the second.
Hey, you had me in the first half there.
Yeah. So does he see two bodies basically go?
No, nothing goes flying out.
Mhm.
But you do hear a vehicle rev up and start coming around the corner. It sounds like you've got some more vehicles coming, coming around this way.
Fun.
By this point, Emma, you have basically made it to the tree line here, and you can't really tell like right at the trees. But there's like a little road you cross, like a little service road.
Yeah.
Not even sure if it's. Not even sure that is paved. That
It looks
may
like
be
it
gravel.
connects. Yeah, it's probably a gravel road looking at it.
Just a back way into the
Yeah,
into the business. Looks like.
like the truck entrance or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just trying to get him back to the vehicle while keeping an eye out for anything that could. Yeah.
And Egidio, which way were you going out?
Hi. I was going out. So explosion happened in one corner. He was going the other way to, so as to utilize their temporary distraction. Once he rolled rather high on the test, so on the frenzy check. So, it's not that he's not aware of the. It's not like it's not affecting him. It's just he's keeps it under a tight leash. It's like we'll get that. We'll get there later. We'll unwrap that later. And so he does his best to pretend it's not there, and we'll try to stealth out.
All right, so you basically heading away from the explosion, which was back at this corner,
Yes.
or probably headed towards the front doors.
Yes.
Several heavily armed men are coming in the front doors. Give me a
Okay.
stealth roll.
Yep. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 dice. I will re-roll these dice because fuck that.
Oh, just go with what stats give you.
Absolutely not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Three. So they're coming through. They're not using any lights that you see.
Yep.
Though they are wearing those goggle things.
Mm-hmm.
But they do not react to you. You stay kind of to one side or whatever.
Wide berth, yeah.
But even infrared, light amplification, whatever it is they're using, they still don't pick you up.
Mm.
Mostly because they roll crap.
I will as they open the door to get out, I'll do the thing where you leave your foot to catch the door for just brief enough of time to just slip out and.
There are more people outside with the vehicles, kind of scanning the area. They don't spot you either. That's 7 dice. I got 1 success on it.
They don't want to be. I don't want to be seen.
Some rolls have gone okay for me tonight. None of their awareness rolls have done anything.
I mean, the ones with at least the ones with Walter were like close.
That's true.
Anyway, Egidio will very quietly, just kind of like walk almost through them. But the first chance he gets to like break out of sight, he takes it.
And it just kind of cuts straight to the vehicles.
Nope, I only said I brought 2. That's unfortunate.
All right, Kyle, what are you doing? Are you catching up with Emma? You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, he's gonna try to.
Okay.
She's not going any kind of crazy fast.
Yeah, she is not moving at high speeds. She's cutting through, might be backyards down this way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's just going along this road, staying as much out of any kind of light as she can.
Basically, if it looks like whatever vehicle is speeding around is going to catch up to them before he can catch up to her or they can get out, he's basically going to play bait to the vehicle.
Well, as the vehicle hits that corner where the, where you threw the grenade, where the vans went off, yeah, it screeches to a halt basically by those vans.
Okay.
And you from the angle you're at, you don't see the van door. When you hear a van, you hear one of the sliding van door open. So.
Okay. He's going to lob the last one.
Do what now?
He's going to lob the last one he has and then book it.
Okay.
Once he hears the door open, see if he can do as much collateral damage as possible as he leaves.
Roll it again. Now you're even further away at this point, so you want to need I'm gonna give you 2 dice penalty on this one.
2 dice penalty?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Phooey. Okay. That's 4.
Probably fine.
Okay.
I mean, I was hoping to get higher.
They got 1 success, so 3.
I only got.
What's the
above
plus
average.
damage on a grenade? You said you had them. You said you had them. I assumed you knew what the.
Well, I don't think this game accounts for explosives. At least for
Usually we're running from the
vampires.
I'll be honest. I'd be surprised if it didn't. I know the older versions had all kinds of stuff.
I mean, they've got like Molotov cocktails and incendiary explosive rounds, but I don't think they have anything for grenade.
I mean, do you want to count as like? Oh no. Okay, they mean claymore as in sword, not.
Yeah.
Never mind. We've got the claymore sword, but we don't have a grenade.
Yeah.
Well, all them trench coat ninjas need to have different kinds of swords. See.
Yeah.
So the word grenade does appear 5 times in the book.
Well, let's see.
Explosives.
There we go, yeah.
Just toss a grenade or stick of dynamite is a regular throw action.
Mm-hmm.
What's a regular throw action?
It's on page 301. You can look at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something on a forum about 5 years ago says, oh no, something like 14 superficial damage at center. But that's probably wrong.
Oh. Here's a frag grenade. We're going to give it a... We'll give it a +3. Call it good.
Okay. Frag grenade is weaker than the 357 Magnum. Neat.
It's also hitting a bunch of people at once.
But say, if you focus it all, if all that potential damage is focused on one person, all that shrapnel is focused on one person, then it'd probably be alright.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, I don't think this book accounted for someone going to get grenades.
Yeah, well.
Pretty sure it's something
Bellevue.
the older versions accounted for. So yeah, it goes off. You hear some people scream.
Cool. Kyle's liking it.
All right, so everybody gets back to the vehicles. All right. The hunters do not seem to chase you out off the premises, possibly because they've got enough of their own injured to deal with at the moment.
That was the point. Is he wanted to leave enough casualties that they had to deal with their own. That and vindictive pleasure in hitting them with grenades.
Yes, yes. How dare these things we eat fight back? I understand.
Quick question: how close would you have to get to have line of sight on a person on the parking lot? Like, could she do it from, say, the road up here?
Oh, say that again. Let's see. It's not
Just need line
time,
of.
but that parking lot is lit.
So I just
There
need
is.
line of sight. I don't need eye contact.
Yeah, if somebody was standing outside here, I'd say you could do that.
And is this this little line that kind of wraps around here? Is it a shrub line or just a something?
I believe there is a fence there. Not like a big solid fence, but like a
Okay, like a chain link of some kind.
yeah. I think there's
Okay.
actually a chain link fence that follows probably a decent bit of this through here.
Okay.
You know, a lot of that growth right there is grown up around a fence.
Looking at Egidio, can you drive?
Well enough.
Hands him the keys. It's like, get to the fence line near the parking lot, like to where we can still get away, but I'm gonna try something. And she gets in the passenger seat, which would be facing the parking lot.
What a woman.
And if they get close, she's gonna kind of look for anyone that may be getting spoken to. And we are gonna try casting Share Senses.
Ooh.
All right, what do you have to roll for that?
Resolve Aspects, difficulty 3.
Okay. All right, so now, are you just coming out and staying on the main road here, like driving by on the belt line?
Letting
Yeah.
her.
Or are you going to come
letting
down
her
this
direct
access
where we're
road and get
driving.
you a little bit closer?
Let's go with the belt line because that has a more direct get the fuck out route.
Well, the access road plugs right into the belt line, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
it's still close. She'll tell Egidio whichever one you feel more comfortable getting the hell out of faster.
Yeah, I don't want them to particularly.
Marcus.
I want them to have to take a little longer to get to us, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the outside road.
All right, so y'all all load. Is y'all in one vehicle or two?
Hi, Scully.
Okay.
Kyle and Shiloh are in his.
Probably Zeke
truck.
as well.
Well, Imba was carrying Zeke.
Well, she would have passed him off if she was gonna try this.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Okay.
y'all
Yeah,
park together, so.
Yeah.
he'll have Zeke.
And Walter
as
probably more
driving-
comfortable in the bed of the truck than in Emma's car anyway.
Yep. As the Gidio's driving, he just says, probably gonna want to get the plates changed after this.
Or just trash the car. We'll see what happens first.
Iola, are you riding with Kyle or are you riding with Emma? You may be muted if you were talking.
Emma.
Emma, okay.
Emma.
All right, so Emma, Egidio, and Iola are all in the car.
Everybody's hunger, real quick. That's in the same car as her.
I'm at 2.
I need I'm at 3. So
You're fine.
yeah. Oh no.
Uh,
Actually, I'm hungry too. Never mind. I
okay.
get hungry, so I'm fine.
Rolled a 5.
All right, you needed a 3.
Difficulty 3 at least, and then any
Depending on
modifications to
distractions or
yeah.
distances. Okay, even if I give you a 2 penalty, though, that's still enough.
Yeah, target remains unaware of the intrusion.
Engineer will pop the shotgun he still has and hands it back to Iola. Be like, here, do a crime,
Okay.
just to make himself comfortable with driving.
I don't think she is complete. It doesn't say in the thing, but is she aware of anything going on around her, or just aware of hanging out in the other body?
It seems like I've read something with more detail on this at some point.
I'll see if the book has any more detail.
I can check as well. One moment.
It's Auspex, so...
It's all specs? Okay.
Mhm.
One moment.
But irregardless, you are looking through somebody else's eyes and listening through their ears. You know, whether or not you're aware of a GDO messing with your radio, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but she'll listen as long as she can. One of those things I don't know how quick distance will eat it up.
Retains your own perception and is still aware of your own surroundings.
Okay.
Cool. So she hears the do a crime. She's like,
Yep.
please don't do a crime. She's just
You
gonna...
also have the ability to say whether or not you're going to tap into one, some, or all of the senses.
She's just going for sight and sound right now. She doesn't need smell or any taste or anything like that.
Okay.
Yep.
And I don't think distance is a big deal.
Mm.
Once you got it locked on, at least not as far as where y'all will be driving in the next few minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
I said
if you go all the way back to the office, you're still just a couple miles away at worst.
Yep.
Yeah. She is listening for as long as she can.
Okay.
I'll still drive comfortably so that we get some distance, but we're still not trying to spook my passenger who is doing a weird ritual. Ichidio knows weird rituals when he sees one.
Her eyeball. You probably just smell her bleeding a little bit more because it is a level 3, but that's about it.
Mm.
All right. So you were plugged into this guy's eyes and hearing. The first thing you see is him watching y'all's car.
He knows. Yeah, we're gonna get a new car.
I told you to get a license plate. I just change out the plates.
And you hear him you hear him speaking. There's something weird with that car. His buddy goes, what? It didn't slow down. It didn't pull a looky-loo. We're standing here, guns out, the building, there's you can tell the building's on fire.
Egidio, kind of slow down, like make it look like we're looking from a distance.
Alright.
It's a little late.
Oh shit!
When he starts doing that, but
look over there.
But the guy's buddy's like, they're breaking now.
Look at them with their guns, and then he'll do that for all of like 10 seconds, and then keep going.
And you're hearing all the comm chatter over the comms. They're talking about the casualties around back. From what you can tell, the first grenade, somebody threw themselves on top of it. They're dead. The other two guys survived that one. The second grenade badly injured the guy that was opening the van door. killed the other two guys that had survived the original grenade. And there was some damage to the van, and like the driver is okay, but the passenger, the guy in the passenger seat, took a little shrapnel.
Mm.
So they've got 3 confirmed casualties. The commander of the operation is going off. You got people, presumably the ones that were inside the building, say the area looks clean. They can't go, it's on fire. They can't go in any further. They're pulling out. They're being, ordered out. As everybody's loading the vehicle, somebody is probably the commander, is going off about the fact that they don't have a single confirmed casualty out of the targets.
Oh, they don't say blank bodies.
I was forgetting the term.
Okay, blank bodies.
Blank bodies.
I should be passing all of this along, like just repeating it so that.
And does
maybe we
anybody
don't
have
to
eyes or
rely on her
ears on
memory.
Mayor?
Mayor's dead, Captain.
But somebody get up on that roof and see what's happened to Mayor.
Mayor's the.
Mayor was the site.
Mayor's the first one.
He was the only
yeah.
person they actually had on site for this little trap.
Poor Mayor.
R.I.P.
So basically, what I'm hearing is, for what they did last night, we repaid them with interest.
Yep.
But,
So it's kind of
I'll just say out loud. You good? We going?
keep going. I can still kind of see what's going on around both ends. It's weird as hell. It's like having dual monitors on your eyes, but we'll be okay.
That's terrifying. I
Yep.
never want to experience that ever. He just starts driving to the office.
I have too many tabs open.
now I'm picturing Emma talking a little slowly because those tabs are Chrome.
Oh yeah,
tabs.
yeah.
It's eating up too much memory.
One of them's playing music in the background, and I can't find it to turn it off.
But yeah, so they retrieve Mayor's body from up top. There, you hear the order to retrieve the scopes. Through this guy's eyes, you see them drive over to the CrossFit and quickly unscrew that oversized camera that was back there.
What kind of a vehicle's over there?
What now?
What kind of a vehicle did they drive over?
Humvee. They're all in Humvees, right?
Cool.
Yeah, you would
Oh,
probably have
great.
driven off by now.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got to get Zeke back.
that's true.
You do have Zeke, yeah.
I did
Probably
have
don't want to do anything reckless yet.
Do you take Zeke to
Yeah.
the hospital?
You cool him.
No, he is not.
Physically, he does not seem to be particularly harmed.
Mm-hmm.
The day or two they've had him, they probably didn't let him bathe. And he's out of it, he's out of it and stuff. But he doesn't look like they beat him up or anything.
Yeah. But no, he's not taking him to the hospital.
No, man should
Good
probably be
seeing
checked out.
All of the hospitals are owned by Cam.
Yep.
What's that got to do with Zeke?
That would be a massive fucking problem for Kyle, though.
Yeah, possibly.
Hunter's just recaptured him from the hospital.
I guess we need to roll 20
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm his cousin.
If Hunter's managed to get somebody out of a Camarilla stronghold, this is definitely the Second Inquisition.
Stronghold.
The hospital, absolutely it is.
Oh, fair enough.
Hi, Scully.
So the guy you're watching fetches that what they call the scope. You hear the order go over the comms, so everybody, return to the safe house. And you watch as they, drive out of town.
Does it
Out of
hang on
town?
long enough for her to get an idea where the safe house is?
Yeah, I wouldn't really have a problem with that.
Oh, fun.
What a good power.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't use it on vampires, they can boot your ass out.
They stopped seeing it with
Only-
Sense the Unseen.
Only if they have Sense the Unseen.
Yeah.
Well, then they can
but
see it in
still.
other people. But yes, they it's from where you're at. They cut across Moulton Street.
And she's gonna have Google Maps on her phone trying to follow their
Yeah.
path back.
But basically they cut through deeper into Decatur, across the big bridge. They cross the Tennessee River. And up into I think this area is called Swan Creek. But not real far. It's like a 10-minute drive on the other side of the river.
Okay.
And you see, it looks like a little rundown trailer park that they pull into.
Okay.
But they drive to the back of it. They park the Humvees back behind a couple different trailers. You see them hauling the injured guys into one of the trailers.
Okay. She is definitely making a note of that location. And once they get back to the office, she will be letting some. When was that meeting they're having?
We haven't fucking scheduled it.
You've got several messages this evening about scheduling that.
Yep.
Because keep in mind, it's
Definitely
only about midnight now. Because y'all got started on this pretty quick.
She puts on there, we should definitely meet sooner rather than later. I found out where our friends that have been dropping by have been holding all their parties, and it seems like a fun place.
Let's see. The pack responds with, "Ooh," one of the leaders of the pack responds with, "Ooh, I'm available. I'm up for a party."
I've got party favors.
Basically, you get a lot of, "Yeah, we should really get together."
The night is young, and we're all mostly uninjured.
Here's the address.
No, she's not going that far. It's like, I'll be at my usual place if any of you want to drop by and we can discuss
Carpool.
carpooling situations.
Keep in mind it is almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
yeah, we are wrapping up.
Something to do next week.
Okay.
Egidio isn't going to the office. Egidio drives towards in the direction of his haven. Not that either Emma or Iola know that. They just know he's not going towards the office immediately. And he will go kind of where he has Ubers drop him off. Stops there, goes, "I gotta take care of something. I'll meet you guys there."
Well,
We
hold the
we
party.
live another night. He
Oh yeah.
walks off.
Emma looks at Iola. Do you know how to drive?
Does
You can
Iola know
drive,
how
damn
to
it.
Drive. I have one dot in driving, so sure, let's
That's-
drive.
You don't
Yeah.
You're the
you don't
most
want to get into
qualified
high
person so
speed
far.
chases. Yeah, you don't want to get into high speed chases, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, so she just doesn't know if Iola has like a license or, her situation. So she's like, "Do you not drive?"
You're the most qualified person here so far.
I have no dots in drive, so you're more qualified than.
All
What
right, so
about
Emma,
you?
Emma is heading to the office to await other people to show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll once she sees them back at the trailer park, she will share the senses,
Okay.
just because that would probably really mess with you after a while.
All right, when Kyle drove off? Where is he going with Zeke?
He is going to the slums, and he is leveraging his influence with the underworld to call in a favor that's owed to him by one of their medics from one of the gangs, since they'd be more familiar with drugs anyway, to tend to him.
Okay. Basically, this doctor that lost his license that works for the gangs.
Yeah.
Or maybe a med student that flunked out. Somebody with some training, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds in line with what you get with the contact.
Which I'd imagine he also might turn some heads since he's walking in with Zeke dressed in his full, I'm about to go fight somebody get up.
I'm picturing the John Wick. Hey John, you working again? Is kind of the reaction basically like. But yeah, we'll cover that next time. You want to get an idea of where your truck people were going.
Yeah, he's basically calling in a favor.
All right.
He's taking that stack of gold coins he has in the briefcase and he's using a few of them.
Egidio is going to his haven. He has an acoustic guitar strapped to his back, and he's gonna do some beseeching of his own. We could do that next session, though.
Yeah, we'll cover that next time. So everybody's quickly dispersing to take care of stuff before meeting back up for the big meeting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we will wrap
Just
here.
for flavor, she's sending to Ada. -3 for them.
4.
Oh,
That's
4?
4.
-4. Or no, maybe she wouldn't put that.
Yeah, 'cause
the
yeah.
accounts have been balanced.
Yeah, because the three between
Plus
the
3.
vans died, plus the sniper.
Or plus 1, rather.
Accounts have been balanced plus interest.
Well, for what they took for you, they've hit other places in the city.
Well, yeah, but
I don't give
we're
a shit
talking
about
about
the
just
cam.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about our domain.
Gotcha. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Have some fun times. We haven't had a good combat kind of.
Oh, that's gonna be next week.
Oh,
I
but you
thought
know
the
what I mean.
trap was going to be rougher, but well, it's like surely somebody will fail against the fire, but no.
Hey, look at
Like a
caught.
fire.
No, this is true.
Yeah, somebody
nobody
did get
panicked.
caught. That's true.
And nobody panicked. Next time we'll all have to just panic. Bigger fire next time.
Ride the
So this-
wave.
I'm just glad I thought up that idea to basically steeple shelves together to ablate.
Yeah, that definitely helped. I mean, diving under the
I've
shelves
done
to
that
keep you
in
fairly
real
safe.
life. That works.
What, diving under the shelves?
No, sliding under or steepling them. That works
Yeah.
in real life. I've done that.
Yeah, I know. That's why that was my first thought. I was like, oh, let's do it. I've done that too.
The
Yeah.
warehouse was protecting us,
Yeah.
like the
Jeremy, buddies.
house
Yes.
in Kanto.
Well, I hope anybody that comes by and watches this later or was watching with us tonight, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back next week. If you're looking for more games, there are more games on Dire Bear. On Dire Bear, you can check the schedule below.
Boo-boo.
And we will see y'all oh, again, I was your storyteller, Jason. And with me was Duba playing Walter. Rappy playing Iola. Jeremy playing Egidio. Sarah playing Emma. And Eric playing Kyle. And we will see y'all next time.